a be etna counter, a statement, a tear and some ahoduum near a year chrono dear, near a year and gato swap. Now after 2 years, I catch the pan say on some coffee. And you who and farmer or mine. So I believe, sir, you always see you on watch day. So what will be the plan, sir? Come to me a fast one agencies na and farmer so I believe say you always see you on watch area. So when you say what will be the plan, let me after one agencies na madwuma be so eni no come let me after make sure say see po yem po or see after let me after enyo bi na adwuma
It's a really good question. See
madwuma be so eni no come let me after make sure say
see po yem po
or see after
total number of benefits. It's a really good question. See you DOP why you son I'll answer our question. My total number of beneficiaries
115,000.
No, why 15,000 beneficiaries?
115,000.
Currently,
yes, and then make statement on the sanitation model. And now mobile hanging on sanitation model beneficiaries and 10,000.
Currently on
because and why you need to sanitation model. And now mobile hanging on sanitation model beneficiaries and count. Because omono enye why you need to correct. Omono proper a plan na me anim no kwani so ya na there be am paying for ya we ya adwuma omo proper market ya na plan ho street so why you create me handle this volume of ya paying for ya na yamma ya plan ya handle sanitation model ya why you create
and you are saying sir apart from sanitation model beneficiaries, the other beneficiaries now other models. Apart from up to date sanitation model beneficiaries, other beneficiaries now other models.
And 2020 businesses are. Why you businesses why yama obia 18,570 yafama kuma yama obia 18,570 Madiashanti region Unij big garment company Lydia Fashion Amansan training Unij Omoya Lydia Fashion Amansan Yama a little over 90,000 the whole can 49 billion Yama Obia a little over 92,020 million 9 billion and yes afeni emo 20 million ese omo we munyina asosia and yes afeni emo ye tuya mo we munyina asosia edro so omo ka ye payroll wa ye se ti omo ka bosom bia
asa amabunu
edro so omo ka ye payroll wa ye se ti omo ka bosom bia it's an make statement by
sanitation model
make a definite decision it doesn't why
sanitation model
but we have to make a decision.
There should be a decision.
The agency is moving forward. We are more beneficiary centric now. We think about our beneficiaries and we also believe say sanitation model yes recruitment and recruitment and there should be a solution to it.
Yeah, I get you. It is beneficiaries on the sanitation model
45,000.
In the sanitation model, no a chunk of more beneficiaries.
Yes, or more a chunk of our beneficiaries. No, and to CPA Ghana Police, you were 15,000 more.
Okay.
Your community health, you were 6,000 more.
Okay.
Your prison assistance, you were 1,500 more.
Okay.
Your skills training,
yes.
You got 10,000 more. You were the NCSIR for no year, you were 250 SIR more.
Okay.
And now, currently, you were BIP. Business and Employment Assistance Program.
Yes.
I know that every month be added to it because by the end of the year, your person can mebuna and come on my benefit 10,000. Say you were 2,600 and something.
Okay.
So it will can in Abuma, you will move every month piano because of BIP. Business and Employment Assistance Program, and your beneficiary list next week. July 1st week of August. You get BBA friend school support. Why you edit diploma teachers in crossing communities now?
Diploma
teachers. Yeah, the Ghana Education Services signed contract, about 2 months ago. But we are hoping, say, and the president Bibia or the Nanobetum so am I. Yesika Sambeba now in August, first week of August.
And the diploma teachers will be paid
by the way.
Beneficiaries.
Diploma teachers we will pay them 1,000 Ghana cedis.
1,000 Ghana. Okay.
And the diploma teachers and kitchen support, you're from kitchen staff, you're the kitchen for
and no, senior high schools, or
kitchen for any senior high school or security, no. What in our bomber first week of August. We are opening them out. Yes, rolling the school support model out, and no, you're funding for 10,000
at a go. For the school support model.
Yes, and then Yamibua August. You're 10,000 crofona, you training or more. Skills training, you know. Or more passing out. Or more cardia bemo, I get masters in an yet the bemo, yeah, program.
I'm training for 6 months.
6 months, and you don't cardian be bemo in August. Yeah, no techiman.
Every beneficiary
at the Obenya Acadia. And that's a Asempa for warehouse. So,
I saw the video.
Dear man, go. Your warehouses be brand near my ego. You pass away more outer. Near San, I had the second phase of the skills training. Also, another 10,000. Because by the end of the year, I was saying, man, 20,000 in San Juma. Yes,
I will be a starter pack.
Will be a starter pack at their shares here. Say, me a welder. Say, August, me pass it out welder. Me man welding machine. Portable one, nibi. My man, I want academia. Internet, say, Obi a chair no pedicure manicure facial no memma no menkano ma mekano bo me twa wo say ya na be system na ye ne bi ni ama ne mirror ya ma ne niam nyina me ba me dem call warehouse mu hu ni nyina ego na de osua mesin no so ya ma ne wheelbarrow ya ma ne say na the account ya me bo a in August in Techiman ye pass omo nyina out 10,000 all over the country. Now you share the second phase of it.
Wow. Inti the out of operations why a juma or why a check CEO ebaba beto ewo ho. What do you think from how Anioma Air the future of YEA? At where do you see the YEA in the next 5 years from here?
Yes, Obi, me that's it. Yes, me share Juma so YEA. Me fan say 7 to 8 years and
okay.
Now you need to see baby a chira pa your skills training. If we say service employment a year and so skills training employment and who on for so pa emma or minor ne or
lifetime skill.
Yes, because said ya work skills employment what they be called service employment would be called Ghana High Service would be called police service and I would not call prison and fire service here. Police there obi nko wi ade and obi nkede bone no mo te wo twen nti beka say emfaso pa ema na mom skills osu adwuma ne nsa no adwuma ena e de ama na adwuma nti emfaso wo ho nti ye ne na kire more of skills training employment than service employment.
Okay.
Na service employment no enho adwumadie kase pa nsi nti na ye ba ha ne. Okay. Say ye no ye adwuma wie 2 years ya. Wakaya adwuma o Ghana Police Service 2 years 4 years. Ye be ye recruitment e wo police service mu a. Ye say ono a wetumi no aye adwuma 2 years no on qualify. Na yakafa obi a we wie senior high school na yahwe ne certificate o obi o si na yafa ono na ye jai ono eno ne asam kase ende
basade no ade na muntimi crack case a problem
say ende e be ye the last issue because man penini CEO esia wo ho
and on man penini statement will make you well emra cabinet
okay
na wo hu ne say a security risk mpo and then mebuno ene Ghana Police Service kwa ye adwuma omo eboa omo woni omo beye mu nyina ebotu omo di 2 years yes omo nyina nkotena efie se hu da bi
okay
omo urema ye train womo na omo san Ghana Police Service class ye adwuma ye friend wafa no na obi meet omo boaye o omo boaye o Ghana Police headquarters omo share your boss at this time omo be fa bi but ye pese boshe no esipi
na
ye ka kire o mampanyini na ono so je tu mu enne ono so ka say enye adepa.
Okay, but I himself over the years why engage management of Ghana Police Service almost so how pan saying tia omu ye 2 years to be
well reasons in the doorso but me there ye recruitment the first underlined qualified Mr. Qualified ones as a strategy the same way Ghana Prison Service there no money problem because here recruitment no say mama ya one son adwuma.
Okay,
so
okay,
community health for no it's sensitive kakra into what say ukonya the theory of it. Yes, omunya practicals no by working in the various ship compounds but omunya nurses.
Yes,
person we nurse for nursing training school. Why last year ye boa 600 more go back to school. Yes, and this year ye sign be repeated in August, September. And we have a proper exit plan. But I said the no matter what to be no, and what say you focus more on ensan with Juma.
Okay.
Nipa chronic dinner home. Obi antimi antimi different in some.
Okay.
Yeah, me say you be pass on out no. You pass on out. Ewie in August. Why you be that same day you lunch be a friend of the YA jobs.
YA jobs.
Yes. YA jobs. YA jobs. Yes. No, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, YA Artisan app.
Yes, YA
Artisan
app. Yes, YA Artisan app. And no. Oko Google Play Store. Oko Apple we download. And then mabakuma say ebi kura na me fie me plumb baby amana ya ade me te bantuma eno asa me call app na so a na ma type bantuma obia ya training no papa activate as certify no the information na beba no afre ni pakwa na ma na ba fie na ba bi no ya ama.
In as much as say yeah good thing no me MC the launch of YA Job Center and also your online portal am create is why another app? Any duplicity?
Any duplicity? Mama can say ncho. Na yake kanya na ni enka YA Job Center. And I mean through the job center.
The concept of the job center.
No, the job center is to link the job seeker to private sector jobs.
Okay.
Eti mama can say ncho. This year, yani Guinness Ghana year program.
Sure.
Training of about 300 people in hospitality.
Sure.
Your models, we put it under job center.
Under job center.
Last year, yane afarinik, a cocoa rehabilitation program. The Mebru cocoa areas no more juma. Asante region about 1,400 and something. Do you know why I am fanka hono? Your fanka your beneficiaries no?
Yes.
Because and your bomb we got them through the job center. So
yes.
Job center na there. App way na ye create.
But say why ye job center na? Your artisans directory e so. Modern artisans ni nyina information egu ho.
Say no, ye be isolating no. Ye be isolating internet. Se wo pe obia obeba be yansa no adwuma ayi bia ma wa. Wo kwaso ababia wo beko. Enya fe na wo beko job center na wo click here na wo click. There be ye be ma life are comfortable. With an app a wall phone so. Babia wo bedru bia no me wo patase me dru ho enne me ka attire pai. Ebia fitani wa ha hwan na ma frɛ no send information beba nipa kɔ no ya certify no when madwuma no TVET approve bibia no wa frɛ no ya pese say life no say ewiase no ya digital o enti obi a smartphone obi a service obi a mpebere bebre sa obi a pese easy bibia finger na ba na wabo eni that is the add honor ya de ma omo a ye ma omo nsa no adwuma no ya on board omo onto the app ye nye ye say bo omo ama omo aton omo ho and why ye will start massive marketing a year for them because we want people to visit the app. Ye per se ye one stop shopper obi e pe bibia and me kokko friendly pakro obeba abia amount.
See, my final question and son, Yamawo Ako.
Now, my final question, man, can youth in ICT no?
youth in ICT.
Mama kote ya am from Mama Hebi no. Your beneficiaries are from 8,496 no. Omo ye payroll so. Your programs ni bi wo what to say youth in ICT yane Accra Digital as a Ghana Digital you for na ye. Eno your mom training nko a your mom stipends.
Okay.
Enti no and can ho but training cost na youth employment agency ye na yetua amount. And AI artificial intelligence and ye nyina ye kire mabunu ni bi. Man fa youth in agrikama and then woko agogo woko kumewu woko wenchi ya share land mechanization ase ya mfa mabunu no enka ho because ya nhyase ntua omoka ye do mu nyina aka ho a enka mu nyina no enka ye omo ye payroll so ke be kasa why ye beneficiaries
but in the program no YEA beneficiaries forum the real essence of any program there omo ba be here
Obi, ye di agency no ho komo. Nyansa ni waku fotrimo. Dey be am ka say, me ko fe Japan just the leader. Omo and the work field.
Now we feedback from the beneficiaries.
Yes, we are taking feedbacks from the beneficiaries on how to improve our programs and models.
But did you need to do something like
yes,
this?
Of course. Like I find ho nyenye. And all number of hours idea will be able to question. Obu okra na wo ha say kwa bia the number and person will change bibi wo ne information e ye odama yeso. Ene yi. Aha Otimi bebu ebusaye. Aha so eboa ma management members any beneficiaries face to face. Say anya district directors now no more ho biem no. Bibi ha wa ka kire yen. Etimi wa ha management members eso wa ha. So this is a very important exercise.
We ask our question because saying now the new world no you find easy means of doing things very efficiently. Ain't say a feedback and a mopa. It should be constant mechanism be a feedback from the
yes, but
one day
the new world now step by step. Yeah, well, how I receive information from beneficiaries through our district office. But this time we wanted a face-to-face with management. Never happened in the history of the Youth Employment Agency. Management and beneficiaries face-to-face. Mumbu saye. Mwanda mo work for mo. District for no more hamana. And I said, dear Bena, Mosha. Yeah, market driven. Say no, your models. Yes, we have traditional models. Go check YA Act now. But maybe it's a business and employment assistance program.
Yes.
It's not in the YA Act. But yeah, sure. COVID by a month fully link for off. How do we get those people back? YA should help with salary payment. That is it. Demand driven. It solves a certain problem immediately. It is step by step. And yet the piano don't remember but once a while, face to face, a boy. Yes, technology.
Meaning say you were satisfied with the kind of feedback amunya from beneficiaries.
And I'm saying,
don't you think say to me because of the atmosphere? Your person
there no because one and nobody wants say OBNC registration table or register. Oba machine be no type of YA number and also Momo number. Your bankers ever picking it directly. And yeah, because your system no. And when you debate your allowance at the amount, you can say Obia wo bibia ka ekano. Bekanene. Ebi more in fact, the major issue and I make catch minia question say Anna Ed Dennis say or no anopobaye no. I don't even multimedia ni beneficiaries be brikasai. Almost say they are catch you neba beneficiaries no. Almost say why you they are catch you neba. Not dear. Now almost so no. CPA community police for no. Yeah, we are police for number 5. I don't know man pengini. I show mobile and no. And that.
But I meet here my colleague on other models. No more kase o market to yabo. Na me was sanitation model. I say me di yawo.
I don't know me say yawo no. I know the yawo.
But I was board members.
Board members.
That's what my policy direction.
But a bit from management one hour. Mamma can summon show. Unya board. YA has resolved, board management has resolved that there will be drastic changes in the sanitation
model.
Yes, since the YA by 2006, you have been running sanitation model. But this time you will see difference why Obi.
We want him say the last time a mobile launch mobile launch tailor for dressmakers at the cultural center. Was it
Prempeh Assembly Hall?
Prempeh Assembly Hall. After the launch, many would come to studio.
And I'm a kind.
you made the point, said drastic changes in the sanitation model.
But say contract
1 year down the line.
No. Say no. The good thing is the contract is expiring in
September this year. Okay.
So then we have the upper hand now
to make a decision.
Say I'm making decision not just here some first one.
It is you before
now, the 45,000 beneficiaries who will blame you.
Yes.
And
they should have been here. They should have been here.
Okay.
But because say they cannot be part.
Yeah. Eric Ejay, a member of the NDC, or say Obi, according to the YEA boss, proper allocation is not being made to address the devastating unemployment issues. Instead, the government through the finance ministry is making unnecessary expenditures at duplicate ministries under this very reckless government. The youth must vote for change. And
your politics near there be because unemployment issues. I mean, Eric J. And let's say, come to be known about now. On found we MPP NDC new what time about with the boat trim. There's an issue that needs to be resolved. And the allocations to the Youth Employment Agency about 2 or 3 weeks ago, even it was raised in Parliament. So I can't come and sit here and lie. That is why we don't play politics with youth employment and unemployment issues.
Yes.
Because they are dear to our heart. It is a Eric Casano. Dear Bay policies Bena or no what dear go say about best of youth unemployment. What are the policies?
But they've mentioned some of them to you.
I am telling you, say, why you know what say? Your bomb pioneer so why you and you're training by the end of the year 20,000 youth. And Obi sorry. Want nephew equal or sorry when your baby call. I don't know money trim. No, if you know your baby and qua, not Bonnie trim. There are issues that needs to be addressed. Mummy enjoy unnecessary politics, no.
Okay. I was in a question.
Bishop, before see you bekono. So at this forum, management of YE, dear na more picking up, Makwa resolve.
One, the major one, absorption into the CPA.
Okay. Yes.
And no. Police then President Ashayabo. And the other issue, so among for Bebre complaining about numbers no mobile. I'm not for person change your mobile numbers.
Momo numbers now would you
no. Okay. Percent or change it. And now apart from that no, or more no no. There are issues. Ebia obi wa. The unim say why ye beneficiaries or more insurance with SIC. Bebre any and no mobile.
Beneficiaries name.
Ebinim.
Okay, so
the management.
And the beneficiary for me. And now, Mahu, I say, what we are Juma. Men can say, Juma Ghana police now, so Bobo Park, so Sakura Park, so no proud say, why not insurance, no, and credit me for 8 grand. There have been cases. Why ye? Yeah, no beneficiaries ni bo wa bibia to no and I say yeah far to your hoso na ya me catch you say yeah why you be wo bia no the beneficiary is at the center of everything we do. We listen to them more omo na wo field no so omo nnim de ekoso hwe yeah well deeper bebre almost 100,000 yeah why your staff here say baby 2,000
administrative staff 2,000
yes.
Osei.
Every district be our office wall.
Okay.
Every district be our office wall. So.
Okay. And we now smooth your mocha. Fat salaries.
Edgy bonus.
11%. But who say multimedia to any case one fan to
come here
me busa that be asao and but I was about to taxes.
Oh sure.
And what's what need to just and who say taxes na multimedia to amount.
The right
taxes are multimedia to taxes. That be asao.
Yo, Kumasi, I did you media nifi Abramo, and the why in penny for and 18 como. Why a Jumedia Shun could be a Kumasi, YA Beneficiaries Forum, just for management to get to understand issues beneficiaries na FM the ombetimi aso abre na ebae na omo hwe bebia ombetina ISR program no omo ba bantama so nye bebia keke Church of Pentecost Church of Pentecost aswe no mbeje edidi dwumenti ayefe ama bibia etimi akoso kama mamenkai mo say why board member baako ewa how no assign ye deputy minister in charge of local government and rural development or ha enche yene no ebedi nkomo sisia but answer no director of operations ye beja ama ma onu CEO akwa o concluding remarks why your beneficiaries need him and your beneficiaries need to be doing now you have said the neoma AC echo director of operations finally the OD AGI me patcho
and they are ye na ye di kofi kese pa eye ni da so mayen ene bosha o man pani de ma eye community police assistant
sure
say oyo man pani na waba na we betie nkwala no sufre say ye recruitment a Ghana Police Service and consider one or suma Minister of Employment say on fakrata ambra cabinet.
Okay.
Na cabinet internaso. No mon shesa in no. Na all manner and fana switchy and quada. Asamo yusu yeno. Na no asha yin crime bebre. Amama ya so ya bosha de man kwalano. Oma hu say why ye management ye nte wasa. Free say CEO any minister ekasa no eno pa na begina so. Na megidi say forum ya ye say obi ka say mfaso aba ho a eno ne mfaso kese. Fise nkwala 15,000 and over. Ne be recruitment na ye to be consider omumu bia say because it's all ye CPA dia. Na che say ye di omani hwambo. Nti eno no eye nkwanhye kese ma me kese pa ebobo ama ejumedi na eden akoso. Ghana Health Service papa nso ba ye Dr. Abuaje. Oso be say ne kase mukina. Say omu bokoso aboa na transition from community health assistant to the fresh and qualified nurses no betumi akọ school almost abaye nurse for the same thing in prison for so ene yaka nti eno ina aboa man kita hodie no ewie peye na botaye a esi ene so no ya ma na ayede ayeye nti eno ne asamo a me de ehye me nkran kase pa
very well yeah that's papa my main kai one I was saying on YouTube live and a Facebook live say mo complain here bonani kakraba nya me adom. We are now live on Facebook and YouTube.
Because our machines no. Because born nature, our machines no.
Oh, that mean can baby.
Because our machines.
Was lighting do me. Yeah, buy a lighting call.
Problems a bemo. And to make us a born any or machines.
I mean, because I can't hear born. Me see machines the born any kaka.
Machines and boy any.
See you. But we are live on Facebook and YouTube. Into bet me ako. Asempa 94.7 FM on YouTube and Asempa FM Extra on Facebook. Now watching live. Baby, I war any the Ekosiise kama. Technical team na bon homoding. We are streaming live in the motion and so. I akwesi CEO bema any concluding remarks.
Yeah.
Na afi
Deputy Minister.
CEO. And finally, the Odija beneficiaries are 80.
Obi, asema me catch obi bia why eboa. It does say skills training. It does say community police, community health, prison assistance, youth in modern building technology, ICT, agric. And nasi bibia why eye boa bosumi why etuauka. Sikani yanka say eye bebre.
Sure.
But who say eye o mind na ebo hoka. Who say eye o mind na ebo hoka. Enye sika na ebu ana ye cheche. Hweso ye. Ye adwuma ne ye na daachen aso woso oma wadamfo ene wabusua eso asema metima ka che beneficiaries ana
obi se me musa wo say the allocation bit from the Ministry of Finance too because say January 5% pa munyaye ene motimi aye nneoma ye hu ya meaning say ye mamu more you'll be able to do more.
That's what I mean. I said last year in prudent management of our resources. And and why and now no kasi etimi beneficiaries no.
Okay.
Enti ye ministry no egusu 18 komo. Me ye ministry no egusu 18 komo. my share boss inflows beba. And no time I say August, yeah, be and as you be launching new model, no?
Okay.
Because ministry na catch say February, March, April, and in May or Mobetia am I?
Okay.
It's time catch say yeah allocations about and now when you saying 8,496 waha. The next time just on high Wembley
Stadium, Emamo. Very well. See what you that say. Into your best science so Eddie Nkomo. We wish you well. Right. Congratulations. And that's the CEO of the Youth Employment Agency and Motain and on the Director of Operations and Ebaha Boy. I do be that's a pioneer show. Ain't almost sorry Deputy Minister in charge of local government, decentralization, and rural development, Honorable Vincent Eko Asifua Esquire, Ababe Cancer Ewaha, Osei double as a board member of the YEA. In the Union Subedi and some of the policy issues, no, na yetimi ebusane direction our board, no, the agency, no, Eko. I think number one on the agenda really would be this. Recruitment to the Ghana Police Service.
The exit plan.
Exit plan. No, I think it's a major issue. Sure. And then what the agency wants to do with the sanitation model. Yeah. Maybe I start with that one. Honorable Akwaba na pom to say. Bibi Ekoye.
Bibi Aboko so na odwane jaye.
Ya bafie
for some time in Tonka. Me dem ni mebi awo but me just for dey bi o ni mebi awo. E dey tokro bi a hye bia no ni mebi awo hye. But obafie welcome to us Asante man. Welcome to
that's
we are sure join to the baby what me
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah basa na was here.
Dominic so atwako ho na say
yeah
okay man.
We are fine. You are ready o tafon komo kakaba ansa na no. YEA board, no. What decisions are you taking on the sanitation model?
Well, Dedi kan my memfa nchiam fa my T4 and ashafo nyina.
Yes.
When it comes to unemployment issues in Ghana, I think that per the National Security Report during the President Kufuor administration.
Sure.
A can be and a mass, sanitation model, and all those things about because critically, Washa, a mebuno, a war Africa, and if you are we carry the majority of the people. For that matter, a baby to be able to bring out projects and policies for you to be able to deal with such a canker because a issue can see
sure.
And I am very passionate about such a conversation because I represent the youth. Most of the youth across the country share Yemubi as to how we can carry their voices at the higher level for their voices to be heard so they be able to be their boy. And so if there is any policy, and I say, Jumadi be Koso, I have found Meburuhu. Now, Jeno, I represent you, our voices cannot be heard in a very good way, they will be satisfied that then it means that it is problematic.
Sure.
In 2021, Anna Miminya Akwenya say me serve on the board of the YEA by virtue of His Excellency President Akufo-Addo's appointment. At the time, the directive and as a direction His Excellency the President was for us to be able to make sure one, we will be able to expand employment opportunities.
Okay.
So that be I'm ranting to me because at the time we had already implemented the free senior high school education. So it was the idea of His Excellency the President say after some ranting where we if government cannot absorb all of them, what can we do as an agency to be able to make sure they absorb a bit more? There are some of them who may not want to go to the university, but is there a certain stopgap measure here? Yeah. And I see a policy biba to be able to support such people. When we went to the board, I remember at the time, now Kudia, the current General Secretary, the CEO, and in most of our meetings, you could clearly see, say, Osei Dr. Yabua, who is a member of the board, myself, Martin J. Mensah-Kosa, who is my minister currently, Bright Rekubro, the former employment minister. You could see that these were people who had a certain mentality of the youth. Until we decided that, say, for the first time, we need to critically assess the sanitation model and see how best we can make it better. Now, on the board, there have been a number of times that we've tried to make sure, say, the difficulties that comes with the sanitation model, you're dealing with all those difficulties. And then when I say CEO Kasano, when to me and Kasa, there is about 45,000 people who are working on the sanitation model.
I think he mentioned it.
I don't think that he mentioned it.
He mentioned
the forum.
No, he didn't. Because I was listening to him very well.
Okay.
Because you could clearly see that he wanted to drive a certain force for the president to know that there is an imminent decision that is about what happening, and he will need the support of the president. Because more than we realize that we have to find a way sanitation model in the best system. Take it or leave it. It is not in the best shape and form. And me say being on the board for 4 years, this is the kind of model whether the MPP stays in power or not. I believe the MPP will stay in power anyway. But whether the MPP stays in power or not, that cannot be a legacy that we can bequeath to the people of Ghana. It is going to be very shameful for me because I have not been able to represent the youth of this country very well. In Tibinia, I may not want to go so much into detail, but they made me a catch on and say the YEA sanitation model is not in best shape and form
now
as we speak.
And there will be changes.
Of course.
That you can assure the youth.
The CEO, the CEO was one way or the other championing and calling on His Excellency the President that he should be expectant of drastic measures or sanitation model.
And that can include a cancellation of the current contract.
Yes, because you see, the CEO mentioned that by next 2 months, that is September to end.
Contract
it is my position that we should not renew that contract.
So, as board members, what is the main challenge what this sanitation model? I'm difficult for you to resolve.
Me jump the gun. As I said, there's a lot going on. That as a board member, I don't think that it is right and fit for me to talk about certain things here. But what I can say, medical culture, and I say the YEA sanitation model is not in best shape and form. And yeah, idea, Sebi. Me to me as a legacy to be created to the Ghanaian people, and I know that his Kofi Japan is also in tune with such a decision. In fact, unanimously, the board members, and not me alone, our board chair being the leader, all the other board members, even the institutional representation, agree unanimously that we have to do something about that contract.
Beneficiaries of the sanitation model no areas
Sure.
Apart from say if it is adequate.
They don't want to society problem.
If it is adequate.
For now.
When you see them waking up around 4 a.m., going to sweep or more prapra, almost sad ball and no make a home. And if the person goes home with not more than 350 Ghana cedis.
That's currently how much they are paid?
Come on.
But
we cannot do that.
350.
We cannot do that. We cannot do that. Because you see, hey, Obi, we are Pentecost, maybe a Catholic.
Yes.
You see, when the Bible says that, whatsoever that you do,
do it as if you do unto the Lord.
Yeah. You get the point. Inti, Obi sounds ampanyampa, me mame, Ante Paulina.
Yeah.
Ante Paulina. And I say, me papa, Mr. Polycarp. Anna, what's your home matching 4 o'clock? I got pra. Now, after the whole month, I'm on 300 Ghana cedis. I will not even get into the point and say those monies have not been paid. I don't even get there.
The quantum require a problem.
Yes, because when him say, yeah, 1,000 and I say 2,000, it is your money. Anytime it is paid. And I say anytime you're able to be well seeker. So that discussion, I don't really want us to go there because first and foremost, the amount of money you is woefully inadequate.
It is even insulting. It is board say na ebe, and before that, some of the implementers of the sanitation model say they pay them per the number of hours on the year. So it's not as if say I employ be say 8 hours. You are the year like me OBA and Nabosmia so near time 300 and 350 the Ashebensa.
No, but with the okay, maybe with the why say share the concept and what informed how much they are paid. I don't think they pay any hourly rates.
Assuming that it is even per hour.
Okay.
Yes. I want us to be human let's approach this perspective as human beings. Okay. Forget about those kind of analysis I am making. No. Obi, me no tiwe. Ana say bi, enye say bi ameme MP. And that's also ne multimedia na ejuma. Are you saying that if your mother works with the sanitation model, you bet you an 300 Ghana cedi, are you going to be happy with it?
No.
That is the discussion that we should have first and foremost. That is the discussion. I was here having first and foremost. And I think for media, and yeah, at the papa was
sure.
I am not going to be part of any decision that will seek
that will perpetuate the status quo.
Because by September and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I think that we will need the support of cabinet. We will need the support of the mother ministry. We will need the support of Ministry of Local Government as well. Because most of the districts now, there are separate contract that has been signed with the various district assemblies in terms of carrying refuse and all that. Maybe if at the higher level, say why you can see stop it, our better still be then government should allow us for us to take YE from the Ministry of Employment. Any other agency who can manage it. Okay. Because
but the other thing they say, should the decision, of course, I don't want to preempt decision board the management be taking, but as a decision is taken, say, okay, we want to now absorb the sanitation model into YE proper. Now, quite part of the other models are YE managing. Has the YE got the capacity to do that? The sanitation model?
I think, say, YE, as we speak, so we use 45,000 people no more.
Yes.
Sanitation model now. It is already superintending over about 50,000.
Sure. That's about 70,000.
Sure.
Yeah. With the requisite human skills, senior mechanical say right from the onset, it be easy. But of course, we need to do it at least for the sake of our future generations. Okay. With time, you set a certain path. 600 cities or 700 cities will be generous management. That money can also be used near the Triancrofoka. For all you know, 200 or 1,000 cities at the service provider.
Yes.
Now, after the Okoma beneficiary 700 or 800, not 200 management. That is fair.
That's fair.
That's fair.
That makes sense.
But
the board would also be open to question about. The board will be open to if the current contract, the parties are reach a consensus, say, okay, we cannot continue with the form of the current contract. By adjusting to see a best same kakra, then the board is open to allowing the current contract to continue.
What the board, in fact, the other time, this might not be a proper forum for me to be sharing what has been discussed with the board and all that. But what I know, they say, we are even thinking about how we can float the idea for people who are interested, for people who can also show their mettle, put in their bit, that come and show us that indeed you can manage the system for us. Come and show us that you can manage the sanitation model for us. If people, or if you like, persons are able to show their mettle, say indeed they can do so, why not? Because there should be some amount of competition. There should be some amount of allowing people to also know, say, yes, you bet me.
Yes.
Because the monopoly, we are going through a lot
of challenges. I agree.
As a board member, some of the text messages
from beneficiaries.
What you say? Skikani isano said na unu eken.
Yeah.
And that cannot be the fault of YEA because YEA does not pay such people. So you can say all the beneficiaries under the YEA is current on this payment.
Yeah.
So if sanitation model no say models it will be what?
But let me ask this question. Of course, I mean, YEA doesn't pay them directly, but the contract with the service provider, the parties to that contract, who represents the government of Ghana?
It is the YEA,
of course,
but it is not the YEA that pays.
Okay, so it's
but the YEA is adding them on the terms of that contract.
Absolutely, and that is why I feel.
And the terms no contains and includes how much the beneficiaries are paid.
Absolutely, and that is why I'm saying that the shape and the form of
that
the
contract
model
should change.
Not
okay.
So Azim says, YEA through government, the service provider pay 1,200 per each beneficiary. Now you consider the operational cost of the service provider. Here into fee so more than the scar or chia and my beneficiaries. Say.
Well, I know by an argument for another day. If you bring the service provider here right now, he will give you the justifications as to how much are and the essence and the relevance of every amount that he is charging. What you are saying?
Sure.
So I don't have a problem with how much the service provider take. Yeah. My interest is for me to be a Ghanaian first and foremost. My interest is for me to be a human being secondly. And my interest for me is say, am I sensitive enough for me to know, say, as a youth on the board, how can I represent the interest of the youth?
With 300 Ghana
cedis, it doesn't.
But
make
I
sense.
think minimum they should take how much the other beneficiaries.
That's 500 at least.
Yeah, of course, minimum.
But sure, sir, why you be increasing the charges of the service provider to be able to meet your minimum payment? Where is 500 cedis currently?
Well, not just also the amount in here.
No, but even in the 1,002. So you are saying, say, in the 1,002,
yeah. Oh, to be 500, no.
Because the contract, then I can say, emanin 500.
No, I said,
I say, oh no, justify say obey here that much for the management.
Like I said, on not working. On now 1,002 no. On the name and near ma a come and sana the beneficiary let me acquire. Sure. A be a fat track. A be a mato a
Aboboya.
Me walk me
matare Wellington boots.
Nina can 1,000.
But we no nipa ba open aka.
Of course.
Sure. But if you give room for other people, you might know that.
That's what.
You're no crying no depa.
Okay.
You get the point.
Yeah. Sure.
If you cry no he has been charitable to government.
Sure.
It is also possible that other people can also do it far better.
At a cheaper cost. Yes.
So just allow it so that all of us, government, board members, YA management will be satisfied that indeed what you are doing,
It is a bit one kind here, but Munyanka at least the least payment requires YA the over 70,000.
That should be the most reasonable thing to do, at least for now.
500 cedis. And you're bad.
Yeah, it's the most reasonable thing to do. We'll see how the conversation will pan out by September.
Board unanimously.
Yeah.
And Vincent.
Board
it is the board unanimously. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry on the board has agreed that there should be drastic changes in the shape and the form of the current YA sanitation model.
Very well. Ekosiisen On Asempa 94.7 FM. We are live on radio, live online. Oko Facebook Asempa FM Extra, YouTube and so Asempa 94.7 FM. Ubetimi Asha live. Ewo ye Kumase and the Ekosiisen Jumedi no Ebremo. Minia ba Kria Boachiwa yi adom and the rest of the team won crying. Share to Tonyoma e studio. Minia Kwesinsia and so Kumase together with the production team, the technical team, and the rest of the team. You are high Jumedi and Efria Abremo from now till 6:30 p.m. You are in Amanfo Bebrina Ebeshe Edin. Currently, we are speaking to the Deputy Local Government Minister and a member of the YEA board, and AD and Komo. And I can see maybe the next question about create exit plan in the Edin Komo the sanitation model. Honorable, the exit plan has become an issue since time immemorial. I mean, you share YEA concept here as the issue of the exit plan, because originally near him said every beneficiary will be on the program for 2 years. Oria was said, we're moving on my other people ever. We're moving on after 2 years now. What they go out there to go and do has become a major issue. We also know, sir, a lot of the models now were carved. Said the exit plan be easy. In your health, I wouldn't say you can move into the Ghana Health Service. Sure. Or education, you can move into GES. Or community protection, I'll be called Ghana Police Service. It doesn't seem that is working perfectly. Especially Ghana Police Service. What can the board do? And what has the board done in that regard?
Senior, my problem, Kakra.
Okay.
My problem is how we have overburdened the executive arm of government. Okay. That every decision we have to cry onto the president.
Okay. Yeah.
Why? We took an African man. It took an African man who happened to be the president of the United States of America to come and tell us that we should solidify our institutions. Senior, so what your Ghana Police Service institution? Now what training and for about 2 years. Now, all financial clearance from the Ministry of Finance. Then, in the financial clearance, you cannot be restrictive enough. Say the financial clearance is supposed to take care of CPA for who are already part of you. So you are taking this. If you make it open, that is where my problem is coming from. That is where my problem is coming from. Because a Ghana Police Service, and penny for a dano, when I hear Nipano, and in Crofono Babaya Jumano, you are better off taking people who have already worked with you for about a year or two. So when you are writing to the finance ministry, and you do not make it restrictive enough that this financial clearance are made penal, because Nancy who's an advert being in them.
Mobile recruitment,
yeah, sure. Was it restrictive? Well, if it was restrictive, I'm not sure saying a CPA is I am not saying that we should not also give room for be a 1 year CPA to become a Ghana a police personnel. But I'm saying that every year, if you are going for your financial clearance, if say there should be a certain quota for the people who are already experienced having the hands.
It's a no-brainer. I mean, it's something that should happen. Yeah.
When that happens, you cannot go and touch on an executive arm of government and as a president say intervene because the institution itself is failing to know that I need the experienced hands to come and help me. The same happened to GRA. GRA, boys, they have so much experience in tax collection. And to say GRA before nipa financial clearance, no one making it restrictive. Who do you blame? Why should the executive arm of government and as a president? You are telling me that you, the institution yourself, you don't need the experienced hands to come and work with you.
But at the board level, for the purpose of Incomo, at the board level, have you engaged the Ghana Police Service, the management of the Ghana Police Service?
A number of times, Chris.
Yes.
Chris, and yes. I think say in charge of that.
Okay.
In fact, it has been the headache of Chris for all these months. Me MP, CPO for be waterful. On a number of days, number of times. You have text messages, you have calls from people who think, say, I want the opportunity to enter the Ghana Police Service. Why should it take the MP to lead a CPA personnel to enter the Ghana Police Service? Is the Ghana Police Service itself or the GRA or the Ghana Prison Service itself telling me that they don't need the experienced hands?
Okay, so Obi, manya a private message from a police officer who is saying, say, my money ding, but a message no what. So if I'm to summarize or say, I go see let Obi ask Honorable Minister. The Ghana Police Service Act and share police force a change na yentwa quota into for
CPA for no. Okay.
Now, is he saying say should we go against the Service Act which allows us to open for all Ghanaians to apply?
Okay.
Whether a CPA beneficiary or an average Ghanaian who is not part of CPA.
Okay. I think it's a good question. But it's a good question. Like that? But I think that's the same thing.
Correct him. No, I didn't say that.
I agree. But the point is, I think the point Honorable made,
it is in your interest.
Even if you would open it up to the rest of Ghana, make sure that there is a quota be for the people I'm not training or more data. I mean, it's really a no-brainer.
Sure.
The Ghana Police Service Management, it should happen. The idea was they should find a way of absorbing Sankophone, and as a some of them, we don't have to even be having this conversation.
My minister, Minister can say, "Ano pebia be 6 a.m. Who CPA ni abranti bia. Wajina traffic from 6 a.m. almost every day." So are you saying that? Obi Otifie is far better than such a person? I am saying that in my interest, it is the interest of the Ghana Police Service themselves.
And in fact, national security interest.
What you are saying? It is not in my interest. And it is not in your interest. It is the interest of the Ghana Police themselves. Because training them
yes.
Who trust administratively to train such people. But these are people that government had already trained for you. You may have a reason to bring in other people, but you should also have a reason, and you should also be interested in having the right people to work with.
Okay, so let's see this thing. The Ghana Police Service will be or funnel a training for about 6 months.
Sure.
But CPA4 go through a training for about 3 weeks. Are you saying, sir, should we find a way to modify the training of the Ghana Police Service and the training of the CPA for to make them say at least meet the Ghana Police Service criteria.
No, but I'm even thinking, say, if Uma almost had 3 weeks training now, they also have the hands-on experience. I think that's where
because they've been working for 2 years.
For 2 years, hands-on experience. When I get training Asempa,
sure.
Well, train with the training school.
Yeah.
But if you training school 3 weeks, about a hands-on job for 2 years. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And I think in common way, may a hammy say yeah have this debate. But the Ghana Police Service should not even express to be mechanical. It should be a matter of course. Say who for Nipa 2,000, the amount of clearance for Nipa 2,000. Yeah. And say she's all because I may reserve 500 slots. And it should happen.
Obi.
I mean, it should happen.
Normally, there should be a reason to get clearance. When I was at the Ministry of Education,
yes.
Senapo for
teachers,
or trust say, oh, ebia nipa do say na pension. Nipa do say na ebi abandoned service.
Yes.
And because of
gaps,
then based on that you ask for people.
Sure.
Okay.
And I'm also saying that per that experience, it is proper for the Ghana Police Service through its interior ministry to, as it were, to seek for your friend say financial clearance based on a certain category.
Sure.
And financial clearance. Now what just say there are a number of people that you have already trained in the system.
Sure.
You need them to work with the Ghana Education Service. And they be a fee, Yamamo 500. 1,000. There's nothing wrong. BBA no show say because of the 500 or CPA because it is absolutely not proper that a system will go and bring in new people and leave the ones that you're already working with, people that you yourself you have trained.
Yeah.
But people said what has been the response from Ghana Police Service over the years? I'm engaged you challenging the idea because
I think where the missing link I see, and Honorable Wayno, respectfully. Because sometimes the level of engagement in so etimi engender certain results.
Yeah.
In the end, say the chairman of the board, led by members of the board, a seeking audience with the top management of the Ghana Police Service. At that level, the police service would attach some importance to it than, respectfully, the director of operations of YE,
director of administration.
And for the first time that I have listened to your YE program,
yes.
I would disagree with you.
Why?
When you say me disagree with you, that
sure.
You know why? Your mandate,
yes,
to create a stopgap of 2 years,
yes.
Unemployed youth.
Yes,
that is our mandate.
Yes.
Why would it take me? Say, Papa Otiwe, say Beneba, Ayari, I'm going to cancer for Abako Hospital.
No.
Obi,
you made a very important point.
I expect to say Vincent.
No.
Minister of Health in T.
Yes.
And I say, Deputy Minister for Health in T.
Yes.
This time, I'm Becca say, I want to give you a policy.
You made a point earlier, said you are on that board not representing yourself.
Yes.
But the interest of the youth across the country.
Absolutely.
What the youth are part of CPA no air penny say.
Yes.
Me no me mami I wona me nua no.
Yeah.
Marry me 2 years.
Yes.
Na manya kwan a join the Ghana Police Service. Whatever it takes for that to happen.
Yes.
The role of you.
And that is why I am disagreeing with you because
and
there's a certain scale.
Going to meet the Ghana Police
I disagree with you.
You have to do that.
There's a certain scale of preference. The scale of preference, and they say Ghana Police Service for more, and I'm more the mandate to protect the citizenry.
Yes.
And I'm on training on crop for about 2 years.
Yes.
I'm only Ghana Police.
Yes.
Why would it take me to tell you, say, you need to bring these people onto the stream?
Honorable Minister of Employment, are you aware of this concern?
Absolutely. He's the one who called on the president today.
Okay. So I believe he should then also take it up with his colleague minister at the material. Maybe if say at your level, some more pimna and pimwa because I know BK. And yadi was a young como crank etra.
Now I don't know who say Ghana Police Service phone. So dear bear pan.
No, ask them the questions.
How you get to my point?
Yes. Ask them the question. But maybe the say for you to absolve yourself from some level of blame, if you tell us say Obi, so and so day, the board of YEA had a meeting with the top management of the Ghana Police Service.
Okay,
so and so assurance.
So
we are wondering why as assurance
it's not happening.
But as we speak, that meeting has not even happened.
No, there has been. You see, now me serializing common. Now who say there is somewhere sanka yetimi tackle no anka sanko modere ina yede emba.
Okay.
Ghana Police Service.
Okay.
They have to know what they want. They have to think about their
No,
interest.
I agree.
And as a board,
I agree.
There have been a number of times you're charging the management to have a number of meetings with the Ghana Police Service.
Okay.
And indeed, of all the meetings that they've had with them, led by Chris Atta Anotehe, clearly shows you could see the frustration in the heart and the eyes of Chris Atta. Because they be all pressure. I think the last 4 months or so. Now, promise biaba. I'm a na to say, oh, and yes, I promise you by the Ghana Police Service about the first RCP if we into there's going to be some headache. Be free almost. Yeah. Up till now, I don't know anything about it. I am only saying, Minya, problem no. The okay bit me solve you all other places. If the Ghana Police Service write a letter restrictively, say you here for you hear this financial clearance for this CPR, nobody can do anything about it. Can it be said 500 BFF?
Can it be said the board and management of YA ain't me convinced the Ghana Police Service here?
No, they've not even met Ghana Police Service.
They've been Kasa.
No. What said? Mr. Chris Arthur. Who is director of operations of the YEA?
Okay.
And ISI engagement.
Yeah.
But let's
on
face
the
it.
directives
I agree.
of the board, because board cannot be seen to be micromanaging the institution.
I agree. But mind you also say the power given to the management, a delegated power. The running of that institution, is the board and I so. More delegating to me even the management.
But we don't micromanage it.
I know. The Americans say, for an issue as important as this, if the board chairman of YEA is key, or because I can say without a fear of contradiction, say maybe
it is possible it has been done.
Maybe. Say Chris, person Koshia Ghana Police Service.
Okay.
He might not even have audience with the IGP.
Sure.
But the board chairman can do that easily. And when him say board chairman, and I know the CEO is a member of the board.
Yeah.
If the CEO with all the other board members, including the board chairman, Echo Ghana Police Service,
IGP,
any IGP Kotenase, Yohono Teha, Dampare Teha, all the other top police management members, no money board they didn't come over here. There should be a resolution to this problem. So what delegate Chris say on Konkoya? Yes, Chris will do his best, but the to me any emudrono and to say board chairman
because the okay squad members Chris most of the time no I just say any deal is with the director of HR of Ghana
director of HR
and director of HR should need to seek audience with IGP and other top management.
Chris I think it's something the board would have to take up and do.
Big one.
No, honorable. The board would have to champion this. You are there representing the youth.
If you want results,
the board would have to champion this. I think it's looking like Enope will be the only resolution. Of course, for now, President has stepped in, say Enco cabinet.
Yeah.
But the board could have resolved this thing a long time ago.
No, of course. I mean,
knowing the power of management is a delegated power. BBR rises and falls on the board.
Well, it's a good feedback.
Yes.
But as I said, we felt that it is not within our mandate to try to micromanaging institution when the CEO is there, because the CEO has that delegated power in your own words from the board.
Yeah.
So IGP for them to know, say indeed this is very important. However, that assignment is even needless if the Ghana police themselves knows what they want. Maybe problem
No, that I agree.
Yeah.
But of course, once they've not done it, let's assume for the purpose of argument, we say they've been derelict in their responsibility. YEA should begin pushing them. And let's get, because Charlie 45, Cicero will be sending me a message, say 350 now a year can go high, or say 250 Ghana cedis a month. 250 cedis. What they call a year.
What do you call
a few for crowd? 250 cedis.
What's about inflation?
Oh, now 250. Ni percent the bedi.
Oh, yeah. If
you fufu bi akeke.
If you fufu no okay. Minister, are we getting assurance that YA board will take up the challenge from where
we have already taken the decision? We have already taken the decision. I hope the management will walk the talk in terms of the decision.
Okay, so quickly, minister directive now president in mind. So the paper now minister they be called cabinet no. Is it for only CP or now all other models?
Well, I think
I
think for all other models.
Okay.
I think the CP.
No, but I think all other models. For example, so Ghana Health Service here. If you are not trained, so why you for 2 years, 3 years,
sure.
And this is what the CEO said they are now sponsoring some of the beneficiaries to go to nursing training, which is fantastic.
So I think
make other models like Ghana Prison Service
and
customs and that kind of thing. And only because you see even NAPCO they are not part of YE anyway.
Sure.
But GRA is far Nipa or GRA. Well, I think they've been trying. But of course, some Microphone are well experienced more than any first person and that is what I think it should be done right from the agencies.
Okay. Why answer ni bejamo wakono ma yenye Ashanti region politics kakra ene Old Tafo constituency. Say Old Tafo constituency.
Old Tafo constituency.
Old Tafo constituency. Member of Parliament and Yeneno AD and Komosan, deputy minister in charge of local government.
The Kai 2020 will post now what Asempa botch pools. We you post in you know with your convention center to number 3.
Oh, number 3 say.
Already.
Happy birthday to Apostle Professor Kwabena Ejapon Kodua. Apostle Professor Kwabena Ejapon Kodua. We are Vice Chancellor at Pentecost University. Apostle Professor Kwabena Ejapon Kodua, Vice Chancellor of Pentecost University. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you. This is from Reverend Isaac Iswan Adofo. Ono Ewo Customs. And all the way about. It's also your.
I think it's son.
Reverend Isaac.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Also, a customer officer at airport.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Or a software.
And also your software.
Yeah, a software.
Yeah, Reverend Isaac is son. Okay. Or your software. Sure.
A dufo.
And happy birthday to Her Excellency Professor Margaret Ivy Amwakohini John, or a member of the Council of State and a lecturer at the University of Ghana School of Information and Communications Studies. From all your children, they say they love you. And Her Excellency Professor Margaret Ivy Amwakohini John. And Council of State members, you address you more with Her Excellency.
Debbie.
Council of State.
Excellencies are reserved for only President, Vice, and ambassadors and High Commissioners.
In your Council of State, on your Her Excellency.
Maybe or no,
and I say be a former ambassador.
Okay.
Because we ambassador they are who free to cross still excellence in the house. Parliamentary candidate of the MPP war Domi Kwabena or His Excellency.
Oh yeah.
Better than SWAT is
will be yeah.
Okay. And the Professor Margaret Ivy Amwakohini John, Her Excellency, it's your birthday today. Or a Council of State member and a science lecturer at University of Ghana. It's a big deal. Happy birthday to you. We say, okay, birthday to Kofi. Happy birthday to you. It's also your birthday today, Kosi Akosia Menu. Also a parliamentary candidate for the NPP or Adentan constituency and deputy CEO Y National Youth Authority. NYA. Okay. In Kofi Tonto and Kosi Akosia Menu. Happy birthday to you. We say birthday wishes to Pojoba Kwabena Lord and beautiful years ahead. Anyway, free Alex Martins and her and Eba Enti. Wish all of you very, very, very well. And I'm for the confirmation but say why sanitation model beneficiaries no 250 Ghana cedis and Omoje at the end of the month. Enti 250.
250
Ghana cedis.
1 month to be.
And I would say a buying atria service provider the same.
A range of 1,000 to 1,200.
1,000 to 1,200
per beneficiary.
Yeah. In the chest says you 250 fee more, and that's say service fee in the Kobe
750. I brought 750 crore.
Almost
950.
Yeah.
But I see any service providers. No, my the breakdown.
The breakdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
What goes into what?
Okay.
Any the NTM maybe 250 and not 300.
Abe necessary for now. Very well.
Say, board members, we are aware. 800. Okay.
Okay. I think the proposed.
Yeah.
The proposed.
And 1,002.
And 1,002.
Okay.
Say Sankawaye for G2 approve that new proposal. And I just say 1,200. But for now, 800.
Okay.
And out of 800, we 250.
Yeah.
And management fee now 550.
And that's a 550. Yeah.
Okay. It is essentially. But honorable, young chance and a job crime or corner. Otafo to saying.
Well, Otafo boko.
A hoboko.
Bibia boko.
Bibia da form di.
Bibia boko.
A seat. I'll bet my maintain my MPP.
Well, Otafo de. We share the number of votes. If you have Fibianwa.
It's one of my safe seats as a party.
Minim the ebesi ama MPP ebelu so Otafo. It will never happen.
NC.
No.
2020, vote. Unya saying.
In 2020, I had a little over 43,000.
A little over 43,000.
And 43,000.
NDC nya saying.
About 15,000.
15,000.
So I think you know Otafo, one of the biggest zongos.
Okay.
In
the
Ashanti
Tafu Zongo.
Yes. Yeah. It's one of the biggest in Ashanti region.
So from EC website.
Yes.
Vincent Eko Asefua. NPP 42,616, representing 74.55%.
Okay.
Samuddin Mohammed Kamil, NDC 14,405, representing 25.20%.
Okay.
So gap no.
Gap
in fact, this Ebro President Akufo-Addo, who had 73%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Inti, you have a target going into this election, right?
Yes. Your target, because last 4 years, say I was quite new.
Yeah.
And na popularity, instead of
sure.
To say
sure.
And now to campaign team also, a plan to be able to make sure they record the nook and cranny of the constituency. Oba Otafo. A very small place.
Yes.
In fact, it's a place that you can use about 15 or 20 minutes
to go around the entire constituency.
And yeah, baby,
but a very populated.
Hugely densely populated. Densely populated. And in fact, I think it is a place that we cannot fail His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Okay.
Because with the dent of hard work, you bet me a Germany year manipano at all. But in fact, Otafo, all that they want to see, their MP is available.
Okay.
His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will also be available because they love the party.
Okay.
And in fact, this time, even the Zongos, the entire Minya more votes, Tafu Echa, His Excellency the President, was because of Zongo, because I have lived, or I still live in the Zongos.
Oh, okay.
And this time around, because of many or more Kitahudie and some projects, and there was a time, when people thought, MP, or by, Ubusin achievement, or say, Gata. It is because you don't know the history of that Gata. It is because you don't know the history of drainage one of the biggest gutters in Ashanti region. You could find it in Otafo. Yes, because now a
gata your friend is saying.
Your friend Bukara
gata. Gata ni dino no.
Gata ni dino. Papa. Yes, in fact, those times articulate at home Bukara
gata.
I'm telling you, a che or Henen Sari Kizongo no efie any. The central mosque no and the
oh, okay.
And it is a central mosque in Siha. Now the Sadiq Zongo Sufiede is Siha. Very big, and all the time, when you have an opportunity to engage Zongo Penyon for Noa, they are
major concern.
Yes. And Mram Kochi Sadiq Zongo for the first time in 2020. Okato Vincent, Yempo Sika, Yempo Shibia, only on Penyon for Kasana Sadi or Monya Famae. And Mekasa Yankupon Monyamse for the first time. We have been able to construct that Bukara Gata. Maybe next month or next month we should be able to finish it. And when you come there,
saying like a proper drainage.
Yes, proper drainage. We spent not less than 32 million Ghana cedis on that project. Part of the secondary city project.
Okay.
Under the Ministry of Local Government.
Okay.
Ghana Secondary City Project.
Okay.
Yes, I know the people.
In the ministry, must start here.
No, we can't call near started that. Now contractors no started more. But it's one of the biggest. And you see that polling station. In fact, when we were having the commissioning, the sword cutting, through a challenge, that this polling station, because the polling station, you know, the MPP should win that polling station, and also those polling stations for the first time, because that is what they've been crying for. And because the politics there is about interest, and I say a local. Nipano, the one who know, and no business why they atunaba. I have no doubt in my mind that this time your vote in the zone goes able to me adoso. Now yet to me I change the votes that we got in 2020. In Ashanti region, you are saying a poor decam a certain target of 85%. So that target of 85%, you know, a local. What I say, it is the constituencies and a bit to me.
I also 85.
Into baby, I want independent candidate Biano. I mean, there's a certain kind of strategy by the vice presidential candidate to make sure say you best solve Santa one because when there's no independent candidate or 500,000 votes, multiply all the 1,000 votes by 47. That is 47,000 votes.
Now, who independent candidate appear?
For now, no.
By likely.
Oh, close contender. What time to say?
Come on, NDC, you know.
They were NPP, no. They wouldn't call prime minister.
Carol.
Come out, Asem. No, law school.
Come on.
Come on, men no CID and law school at the same time. He's
a
very good
NDC candidate.
Yes, NDC candidate. Fantastic guy.
On one about 2020.
Yes, on one about 2022.
I know must say repeating.
On one must say repeating.
Or more pressure or what?
Or more pressure. So somehow come out in there.
Nimunye do.
The meaning in Azungu hand in it. But now for pa in fact papa school. When I am a child, I am a elective mass and call mat. Or Azaria. But on one papa school, I am 12 myself beating. Oh yes. On one papa school, when I am 12. Oh yes. Ne papa school. Me me child
yeah.
To be any jina ho e be 12 bed am am jan.
But Obi, no chrome yes say on of visits to me aye Wakara bridge na. Bukara.
When was our drain neither?
My roots are drain report in 2021. I think we share the Joy News.
Okay.
I think Mohammed something filed that report.
It's
over 29 years. Yeah, I'm fans Hankai. So if indeed what me and I believe say
a
massive success for.
Oh yes.
I'm for it some put them one. For 29 years the gutter was
Obi so when you more because a normal gutter be near. A gutter na found kwada like a kum nipa.
In your first term as MP, no, if you are looking back, you would say that is probably the most impactful project
very
in the constituency.
Even though we've done much more important and bigger projects in my constituency. In fact, as part of my commitment to the people, say Omasha Mia Mama Yina Babe do Sambi no Masasha Minam say Mian Kasa Eyiska Frimbotum see a police post and a police station among the people of Pankrono. You can open the lines. These things are there. It is not government resources because since 1992 you started the democratic dispensation. Osha Pankrono for Omato about the MPP, but you could not see anything significant. MPP these are people who love the party. These are people since UP time. Basi PP busy at time. Oma support MPP from that time, basic for time, almost supporting MPP, but nothing really substantial. And my yes, police posting the very impactful. But the Oba Tafus is here, me share the impact. A quite pan, and you pay Kamwasem, no, the Bukaragata.
Tafo registered voters, they are saying.
Last year, last 4 years, now registered voters near a little over 70,000. This time, we'll share the numbers now, but the last time the additional almost 3,200 and something. Okay. And I know that there's been one kind of registration. East office. And we might have a ballpark figure of about 90,000.
90,000.
Yes.
Your target will be.
Well, I should be able to get about 60,000 this time.
60,000 votes.
Yes.
That is
60,000 votes.
About 82%.
Yes, possible.
And that would mean 15,000 plus more votes.
Yes. Which is possible.
Over the Unya in 2020.
Because you're Juma.
But of course, the issue where what Pankrono a symptomatic of a bigger problem in the Ashanti region.
Yes.
So, Ashanti region has voted massively for you over the years. But more commensurate development as the MPP. That commensurate
development. Make a Pankrono because a twin city and they make it up the constituency. And that twin city, Tafu enyane die bebree. Oba Tafu, there has been a number of projects. Kwaku Duaneti ono Pankrono. But Pankrono cannot boast of a number of projects. In fact, there is one health facility, Pankrono health facility. I see what for so long that in fact my predecessor, Dr. Antonia Koto, so try so we that project. No, it has not been done. And Pankrono said Ameno which has over 50,000 people living there, does not have any health facility. By just about last year, and I'm a call made them a common fund, Masako Pesca free, SIF, Sako Pesca free penny football. Yet to me almost we Pankrono health facility. We almost done, but you see, this is a big project.
Chips compound,
and chip compound, a health facility. Health facility. Me and me kind me could donate bet at the moment. But that time, now your boss keke, there was no. My friend is a ceiling. You're more ceiling. Do you know who's a wire ceiling now? But people used to go there.
Was under municipal then?
Yes, Otafu municipal.
Now,
2018, there be been 2018, yeah, because we have a hospital, Tafu government hospital.
Okay.
But we said, Tafu government hospital, no, and said then take care of the people in Pankrono. Medical culture say a twin city, Pankrono, Tafu. But when we were naming,
is it because of the distance?
And the distance, I don't know.
I don't know Muntiminko.
But don't say no Nipano Ekwan Wakakra. And Tafu government hospital also almost at the border of Tafu itself.
Okay.
Inti omo more Pankrono no emuchi. So it is proper that we have our own health facility. As I say, no Pankrono health facility no under my administration. So I think that I have no doubt in my mind. Say 60,000 a day. We are going to clock for the people of Uta.
That's Eko Vincent Asifua Esquire, or a member of Parliament Uta for Constituency, or a deputy minister, local government, decentralization, and a rural development. And I'm going to say AD and Como. And you better continue with politics no. Later on the show, lawyer Abbas Nuruddin, Ashanti Regional Communications Officer, NDC, Samson lawyer Clement Opoku Jemfi, DC, Amansie South. You know, ABD and Como. But before that, you were beneficiaries ni Miunubiana. Okay. And you better than your home, Abba, Akwesi, Yeba and Como Akano. Yeah, they trust Ekosiisen so high Asempa 94.7 FM. Honorable, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's Papa. Yeah, Danny and Waba, yeah, better so stay with us. Yamapu nyina akwa babio edemoba Ekosiisen so midi dio say Bonsu from yobi ye Kumase and yedi Ekosiisen dwumadi ebremo live said yedi kan amamason ate no emre aso say yedi en discussion segment na ebeto amo so ye be Kumase a onim say Ashanti region in Ghana's politics, no. Ashanti region is one very, very, very critical region. Say, opese would politics hon ewa Ghana ha enkomwa for the single reason. Say, this is the stronghold of the ruling administration, which is the NPP. We share the 2020 elections and so this is the region the opposition party, the NDC, its biggest vote. So we share the NDC controlled regions. Ninyana any regional more control there, but that's where they got their votes majority at the free Ashanti region is very, very critical. Medikai can say you benyan penyefo mienu ewo studio anyame adom omu nyina ba be cancer ewo ha. They were called to the bar at the same time into omu nyina of the Supreme Court of apom to saying
nyame adom wo panyini
bibi ekoye
oh empanimfo se ne egu ani empanimfo se ne egu ani obi wo firi Asante Mantemo ha
yes
oba yesa niama koya nka waye dai wa hunu Asante Mantemo dwade ne yadi gina akuro no ba ne san omampanyina kufu adone Dr. Baomian hyehyɛ ebonne nti Asante man abonyenya
okay
bibia obeye ne okurom ha bia enye yie oton ade a yento odi free kura yenye dai yentua na dumu a na ye the Central Business District no okoho a wonhu se dwade bia ye dai ekoso
Kumase kejetia
wonhu se bibia ekoso wonhu se adum on say ye wo kejetia ye bodwa na adum ye stores and most of the stores kura wo adum empty oko magazine oko Moro Market oko Sokoban Wood Village the nipa nyina kan se ye dofo adada yen MPP no ananse ya wan wo se Kumase market ma no aye press conference ban na ye dey adi omu hwambo
phase 2 na ana
nye phase 2 no mo se omo ana omo ti ade animu a mo be pam omo no mo wie ye no ma che e de ama mo nkofo omo mu bi kura anye dey enya bi
phase 1 no phase 1 market
yes phase 1 no okay ya cha omo kura omo anye dey omo enya bi enti eye arehosem nansen MPP pampa Ashanti region since omampanyini kofo 2008 yenya Asantini bia on any presidential and parliamentary ticket nanka yakoyi Asantini a yebɛpa ne ho ntoma enka kuro no kura nka ni bedane
hwiensi wa
ekosisa nipa firi sunwan ni tuabodom ne nkran nyina na yede omo baaye so first pa 2016 omampanyina kofo ado be ye adwuma wo ebe ye program e wo Jubilee Park overflow no ekoya akokan labor na we asa kwan ya akokan Aboabu station ba we upon say ye ba se nipa tua sika ni nyina no o Zongo police station kura na ohun se bibi ye dey ekoso MPP mpanyofo ne bebre kura ma Chimensa Bonsu my former minority leader wa ma and the appear kubi wa ma ata se MPP no ankasa kura munyo ye na ze ni atenya na ameba ha kura no a na menim se nanado aba kurom ha kora 3 days a
wawo Kumasi for the past 3 days
sana mate no say awa ha enne enra na obaye
okay
oba ha wonya bibia amfa ne nsankyere so ti onenam ha saa wonya bibia
na oba hwe Swami interchange project
Swami interchange project no na do utwa ahoma mu I think 2021 no oka say ye the 18 months ni ebewie
okay
ye wie ye no da ho 3 years na enye hwe da na kwa ye bretu a wo posono kra na wo benya bi ache no wom ena o ma hu say ye beto aba nti o mo be da asantefo ye mfa ye nsa meke ka de ne te se de ye
obi
penifo se sabia so sabia nya do
obi mo ma fa
o me pa jo me ba o sa wo benya wakwanya me nua mesre wo
na ho
esi wano na esi mano ana de ma men ka me de wo so benya wakwanya
don't worry remember at the same time
o ma hu say ye beto aba ena na do de ne nse be bata ho program project aye ya ye wo phase 1 e wo se ye phase 1 wi ansan ya ko phase 2 no ye se ye phase 2 wi ansan ya be ye phase 1 what be da ni aye kan wa asante mantem ase untimi fa badwafo nya dai ena ne nkoa first no ane ye koto aba ye se o MPP ye de odwan kra begina ho aye beto no amanfo nu se jo mahama no a asante ya nhye dan to aba ama no and no ha wo KJT market or Tafo market or Tonsu market or Buakwa market or Swami market or Nkaria market or Fumso market. MPP KJT phase 2 na na do ne ba o miamfie nwotwe o muntimi nya. Ade na na do ya na yemfa nkoye t-shirt. Na t-shirt ne yankofo no what asem na o se Ashanti region de. O mo nche dan hiam putu obi a na ye t-shirt no esan so o mo t-shirt na afenti. Ono kra advice say rally kra o mo njaye. Omo for musika nyina nko ye t-shirt enti se konfo anoche na akufo ado person this kaba na pose o men konfo no de david
na se konfo anoche madam baby unit say ye
madam baby unit say nyoma mpanyina akufo ado na yo
the started 40 years ago no
wahu ni nyina ka ho nti na me gidi sa Ashanti region be punish MPP
aden
wahu say Owura a champion share modern baby unit viase.
Sure.
Na e wapa yi.
Yes.
Ena na do ba ye o se ubeye ni ye. Tie ni ye pa o. Ena ukoji about $156 million. Sa wo de be ye. Onsa kan sika ni wie ye de na ato ne kotokra ne se wo wade ne kra no. A lack structural integrity. Tie ni ye o.
No, but you think that decision was taken best?
And also a lack structural integrity.
Yes.
Enti ye bebubu no ne asifoforo
sure
afi abrosan na na to aso be ye edumienu asese no de yakosi no de ye esi no eto aso be ye enwotwe asedu
but what's wrong with that?
But for the past 2 years ye jaya to ha obi anko ho pa ye wi a ye ntubofo no anko ho ye jaya to for the past year ye jaya to and there is no indications about we betimi akọ ho ansa na ye dey ye wi what you say
very well
enti MPP there o media santeman hwamo na
at least you give them credit say o must start here do baby
obia ni ho asabia so asabia nya ado ma no $156 million say on fa si dan ye to aso nwotwe a say o ma si ade na ka sika ne so a ye hunu ba bia eda enti say no ede na ekoso what as enti be ma no se me bo ma asam ne tofa no ne me kan ne say enne oba Ashanti region ha nipa bebre afọ mo ho adwene na hye o mo tirim eti say de muma so daye no ne tirimu na hye o mai o ma adwene so mo be punish MPP. Now because the political climate is a bit intimidating and nipa no nyiw nipa onka na numa samoncho na meme catch obi Ashanti region ha 2024 about to yi NDC enkunim die no
na be free mesen abama ya interrogate is claim no but honorable DCE for Miami District, Amansie South. If I remember West, but or no, Amansie for Honorable Aqua, but I pump to saying
Yakuronto, Obi,
Bibia Boko,
papa, Ekoye. Now by our okay, fearful for Asem, Enkoya cutting could give you. One has a seven, one has a what you can't Canada. Enkoye or say Antori, if you walk, one could lie. Mimi Fred Doom never, and a doom store, Usikura. Unya kwan fata since enyemu no
na ye eje
na obi enti store a wo say kwan eye empty and amanfo ajeje o mo store and na ukwa dum a unya store kwan no age adum ye Central Business District ho no hɔ na dwadie ɔmo mo tɔn tiles ɔmo mo tɔn paint ɔmo mo tɔn cables ni ade hɔ na ɔmo wɔ nti entimi nya no kora sɛ edwadie nkɔ so me se me fradum na ɛba sisi na mabɛtena traffic a medi so aba beduru ha na ade a yɛ ntɔ hwɛ ɛde na traffic ba hɔ ade a yɛ ntɔ hwɛ wɔ hɔ ɛde na traffic ba hɔ hwɛ nkɔmɔ na yɛ bedi no ka kyerɛ me nua bas ebi ana ne refi no ba bi akyere yɛ Pentecost asɔre da ho Masarachi so wɔ ha ya wɔ kyerɛ ya north Masarachi na wɔ ha ya enti ne mienu na aka bom ti asɛm ka wɔ sɛ ka no kura bie wom ba bi a wɔ sɛ ene yɛ ntɔ ade yɛ nya hwe me sɛ traffic a medi so enti drivers no mo yɛ de mo kɔ races and mo kɔ show mo kɔ paki mo ka akɔyɛ de wɔ amanfo esisi e kra do 5 something there rush hour this o si nante this o si na wa nante
e wɔ
adum kumase me se me bi firi hɔ na eba enye se obi na ka kyerɛ me o na obi wo ba ye wakodi efefufu okɔ na nipa nyina ho
nkɔfo wɔ hɔ
ukodi lie na obi ya ntɔ ade de o ka akɔ ya na ka ya ode ama ukɔ a
brebo a na ode
brebo bi na se ode atwum na minim sɛ honorable Matthew Poku Prempe in the outdoor no NDC for nyina baby and not say how popular the candidate na is because obi a outdoor now ye party ba ye party mpanyifo ni bi kura ntumi ama because na bia to kwa chairman say no call parliamentary duties no call oniha now when this ni watimi afaka aba ho abehu say ugina Zongo police station ani pani ho watimi afaka hu say antimi anchimu ankodru labor runabout enso so me pake me car wo ayisi buaten filling station obi onim Kumasi bia ni baby ayisi buaten filling station wo I parked my car had to trek to the place me wie ya me ban so me hear the same thing na buy enti nipa no na wo pe na nipa do se na wo pe rally ya mumu hu e mu ba ho o ma hene na buy me ba mo stance dum e betena wo be kasai nipa se nipa ama kambo hu nipa ba nso so a mo amu hu because e call live am obi ahu nkoma na edi wo ho a nipa gu ho a dede kra wonte say ya basi nipa future bodom na wo ye rally ni enya obi demo na se bi mi fie kra na ye no ana se ye wo manso du bia obviously enya manso du bia fo nkwa na beba me hu do party hu do ni ade ntino no amanfo from adjoining districts na adjoining communities ebeba omo banso mo nante na beba obi kwan wa obefa ka na tinki ato nsa frɛ adom ne asempa sɛ mo mra me take coverage no mo be nante na aba sɛ mo so befa ka mo de nkɔfo na beba na ye party fo wo soame na oba ade Prempa assembly ho a anya ka na de ba kɔfa na ba enti saa mfuturo ya tugu amanfo ani na party ni nya attract emfa ne sɛ no korɛ oni ye kokon ye party ni attractive ye di ni enko hwie ngwai e ye hu ana ato mo so ko ye yi na po na o se popo blibli achi wo mo no mo bom pa se nka mfa nchen ana na po aba enti yo se no mo bi bia sei because o ma hu se na po no strategy no de ba no 85% na oka no ye wie wo mo
mo target of getting 85% of the vote in Ashanti region
efo
ade a mo betimi aye
efo
but won say and also will depend on the voters and what region nim ebehu tangible niyoma umbehu saban aye amawon. He makes the argument say there is nothing like that happening. In fact, say a foul district and as a constituency kra eye Manson Dubia constituency or the ba Manson Kwanta eye meme constituency as a district. There seems to be nothing happening. That's the claim our more.
Only claim no.
Yes.
But as an independent arbiter,
yes.
Who claim it then?
No, me claim this is a family district, which is a Mansia West. Really, there is nothing happening.
The
last time, January.
Oh, they said they watch
January.
Yes. Obi wo ha obekọ kromo ba yira o. Musia so ha obeduru o ba yira. A free pechi number 2, number 1. Ekwa akosi anto akrom me ne wo kase Kofi Job e wo kwan no so ye me
district number 1 and
yes,
number 2
number 2 number 1 ewuramu akofa abom
yes
na abom ho no na ewuramu akọ wu krom musia so sa from abom to musia so contractor so o ye etinam so ko krom ache obi aya kofie o kofie na wonya ska ma fiefo ni dibi ko fie ache me ekwan no me fa so nra ana me di beduru ha they say kware they say ama poa no ene anwa kwanta kra ya kurase if you say ya koto ho no ya wura mu opachi wura number 2 no so wura mu saa no kosi anto akrom usi anto akrom a ekwan de guwe na wokui president who say ahwe ho be ya kurase ntino just this year Monday ya asanso ko twa asosum ewo anwa kwanta stretch I no so ye contractor no gusu gidigidi me district and mo for borders borders here aboa kese on say ekwan no se be ya structural integrity and all kan one no se be ya da chi no nkwan se ekopimpina guso na ekobubu ni adade ntino ye be chekwan ni nyina na de aboa kese me district and mo fa abo no me district afen makasa 2 minutes me district and ye fa abo ni nyina so it is say o ka se bibia nkoso me na me pe say de o ye no say oh ye hu hwe na wa kire me say oh me krom ni aha na me te me hu hwe because yeah wo man so de amansia South District ho na me di DC
yes
me yeah te ha nyina ye di nkomo me pe ana president frame me no de ne pen man say me ne nkoye adwuma ma no enti at least I can speak of government projects say musemu hu hwe a yeah amansia South ekwan a efiti tete asem na kan ye no krentin frama ehoko as ekwan a efiti mfutura bomansofo ene ayekota e wo mikrom
that I can attest to
enye no nko a de beka bia you attest to
no that main road that I can attest to
ukwa asuade asuade to ajaji krom so adubia asuade ajaji krom a virgin road because a virgin road a
quota and kanda
quota keke yenyi kwa virgin road that say mfuturo obi nipa bro nipa bre na nyamisha na ado ne MPP aban si enhia wo ma tabo bi akia we
15 minutes
and na sa kwan no from adubia asuade ajaji krom ene ye twato so kwa MP krom akwasi so to afede ye twato so uduru subi so ekwakosi subi so kwanta ekosi keniago ye twato so asema mekan mansufu atie sentro na mitwa on be fraka eti se woka chem so hu hwe a akra o ko school awo manso dubia senior high school ana wo bia awofo de ba ko manso dubia senior high school na government project bia anko school no mu da ene wonim sa aban ne baaye wo si 12 unit classroom block e wo ho yesi girls dormitory wo ho yesi dan ne ho ama wo mo obi enti de ye hu de ye koso ye hu ye no me bantama na minyine ye bantama na medi agoro bantama inner roads police station ani mu ha ye bi ato ye fie na chi wo ye bi ato enti sa propaganda na ndisifo ana asante weje ye hu omoboa bi se omo sa hefa na wote hu hwe na me mekyerɛw because anya me na mba ba kyerɛw a wote so ame se so ame interchange ekoso anya me na mba kyerɛw a wote bantama se bantama inner roads ya ye efiri abrepo bo hyen esane ase ho asanso boache me sɔre ma wo adwuma asanso boache aye wo ho sa omo mo te efiri bo hyen wo kwa unim ho kyɛn me mo candidate ho no te ensuo pete a na owo kroma na odwane akofie because ensuo no bonani 2 seconds kra wan ha beka nsuo achi ene kɔ ne kɔ hwɛ bridge kɛse a asanso boache aye a ene ensuo timi to 24 hours na still ni peko it is okay so hu hwɛ ne yɛ deɛ obi hu hwɛ no ɛyɛ no yɛ deɛ
ma me musa Abbas
obi afɛn makasa 6 minutes aka 4 okasa 10 minutes
wakasa about 10 minutes me pacho Abbas the claims are honorable we put any claims
we are factual obi
and some me am correct me yeah botre into honorable district chief executive the point he's made now we're used to on one district as a reference point it cannot be say obia beka say in Ashanti region the NPP in power enye hwema
obi debate no a ye no was say ye no within a certain context
okay
on the over 2016 and 2020 aba no ayeto ye no
yes
nipa 10 bi eto aba wa Ashanti region bia no emu 7 etoma MPP
sure
entinya MPP enya Ashanti region enka MPP entimi anye dey anwe
power yes
so the expectation of the people ne say enka ban ne baaye no eniema bia ehia asanteman a eye life changing policies that is said your mampanyin mahama SKJT central market Omampanyini Mahama aye Ratri Park. Omampanyini Mahama aye Kumawu District Hospital. Formena District Hospital aye life changing no. Omo hunu bisa. You get the point?
Yeah, but obi o manso edu bia Ratri Park fa ne ho be. E bi ono ne de ne kwan.
Eno na make say manso ho no manso pa Ashanti region nyina ba bi o makwan nya. Manso ka ho.
That's true.
And now MP akwan omo so o maye no a. Baby or higher the caterpillar na ko grade kwan ne keke no omo so o maye o. Me say baby or higher me ba na say menso na say amakoman so. Baby or higher the MPP omo ko grade kwan omo ko patch pot o kro omo so o maye.
Baby hinsa bubu.
Omo so de na henfa.
Because amansia ho no a.
Okay.
Wo kan no a.
Okay.
Wo say
me mabubo obodin o.
Tobo obodin.
Amansia ho na wo kan na mo say maye kwan no. Yen NDC on say ye ka kwan a ye ka say wa ye kwan a every structural or materials engineer be ka kire o say ye ka kwan a ye wo mienu ye wo maintenance.
Sure.
And ye wo redesigning. Maintenance ye say e kwan no ya ye dada. And e bia wo de asphalt ko gu so enye redesigning na ye maintenance bia ye and na wo de asphalt gu so. O patch pothole. O grade kwan ni nyina ye maintenance. And ye wo redesigning say e kwan no and na ho e bia ye kwan bomu kwan and na wo bie mu aye no 2 lane e dia connected district akwan interdistrict akwan a e wo Ashanti region connecting all the districts ya akwan akese nyina MPP vote me ka so ma ye kwan wo be kwa akwa no kwan na ye 2 kilometers
2 kilometers
I'm telling you where Bantama kwan omo so ma ye Bantama inner
city roads no
okay kaboma 10 kilometers cry nru oya ni aye lake kwan ya aputu oja kwan e kwan no ma ye free aso kwan interchange akodru sreso 7 kilometers cry nru but NDC ye kwan ba ko wa Ashanti regional e about 60 kilometers stretch of road e kwan ye free be kwa ibojare e kofa formena adanse aso kwa ye niwadubiase e kopie Asempa so. One of the best.
But was that not a project you inherited?
No. We did not inherit. Yes, our project. No.
The
contract for that project
yes.
was signed on, I think, 7th July 2009 between Ghana and the JICA.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, 2009.
But Japanese grant came under
yes. No. Yes, signed the contract in 2009. Yeah, TNA. Omampanyini Kufuor be fra ban mu. Omampanyini Kufuor be fra ban mu no yeah na adwene say wodi hu nkomo. But there was nothing concrete. Now you say Ashantefoɔ agitate.
Your Pentecost.
Pentecost. Oh, na ye wo bi a and na wo kasa me to na say eh into heaven pa me nua ye obekɔ bi. Because obi tie wo adum a ne bo be ye ne ya because no de ma me nwie saa kwan no Omampanyini Kufuor be di ade no obewie no na amanfo hya ase so mo agitate wabadi ade nwɔtwe emfie nwɔtwe ho hye da nya bibia wo kurom and Omampanyini Kufuor de dade hye with no so for lie or ka say obeye there was not one person akra wo jato ho but no so obeye kwan saa kwan no
it was a GOG project
no saa kwan no ka so obeye by one side contract the contract was signed in 2009 and the NDC saa kwan ne ye mame fa no kran to ni wadubia ebo me pa cha wo benya
it started under President Kufuor
no it did
I can say that on authority
the data Joma I think
President
Mills ebe kate sword it was in 2010. The signing of the contract was in 2009 and the NDC, and the cutting of the sword.
The second phase.
No.
I wouldn't say that project. You know where it started from? And just baby awoka because the one that comes through for me now. The second phase.
Dabi. Project.
What say a free
project. Asia wo bekwai baby a free ho bojare. Papa we free bekwai wo pa ye musa na free bekwai e kro ba ko a ka kwan na chem. Baby e fire ankase and the fire bojare. Asia wo bekwai bojare. And the kofa adanse for mena call ya kopim adanse praso.
Adanse praso.
Yes. Good. That is the project.
Adanse praso one na edeba bekwai no. It is what Mills did. There was the other part now ebabesi krona and waba adanse praso. Who said there is a bridge? The bridge on that river was done under Kufuor.
No make us say kwano. Yes, you may you facts in the BBM or facts don't lie. And no, about 60 kilometers stretch of road. Okay, MPP. Quite 1 kilometer, 1.5 kilometers of Maya. And Rusa Quino. Mamma Fano and to her. Omampanyini Mills who say, Obi free a crat, say, who will be free mansui. Now, also, Pesa come and swear. Oh, ba, just a ba all the way before Konongo, Ebefa, Ejoso, Ebefa Tech. But Bomu Quine be what Jasua, we are Beko Quine ye. And I discussion when ye quine a free Jaso. Ekofa bogu Ekofa ofuase ekopie bosome frɛ ho about 35 kilometers stretch of road. Aya kwan ya me mafaso what you say? A link
no mogu so kota
obi owo ayi bia beka kota ye enya kwan ya obi aye ne aba aswate o ye duro bosome frɛ ho no ne ehunu say wose ye connect bosome frɛ ho nso etu eye bosomtwe
lake
nti ukọ bosomtwe a ekwan bia afri eda ba bia afra no pepe so nyameani ekoka brode kwan ho about 20 kilometers and this na ye new adubiase town roads nyina ayi offensive town roads nyina and this na ye new adubiase town roads and this na ye ansana ukọ eye atwema first ufra buakwa na wo pese wo bese ne ko obuase a age se wo ba all the way to Sofolai no about ayi ansan wo beda wo ho abefa santase ansan wo akọ and then this hu say bomu kwan bi da twede ye betimi aye ne yedi ma Cocoa Roads about 15 kilometers ekwan ye free atwoma fo ase ebefa adumasa ebefa bebu eba brofie edu junction and this na ye about 15 kilometers stretch of ye ka kwan MPP does not come near NDC
a coin in the Ashanti region.
A coin I may be born, my funny now, and to say it comes naturally. Me for Ashanti region, no sector by sector, no material coin. Achoma no. Oko achoma ngobi eja. Udu tuansia, ye wa kurake to abi wo ho a ye frɛ ho Jankoba. Tuanse na ye former Chief Justice Krom, sa krom ho akwan nyina ye na ye. Chief Justice no wu ya. Omo be ye na omo be asphalt ye ba kwan na nkasa de ye na ye.
Abeso oma re asphalt.
Papa inso free tuanse me
na enye kwan o tuanse.
Me pa cho me ba. Ye kwan na mo be asphalt na ye sa ye kwan no from ho to Jankoba. Ye nko ahafo. Ukọ tepa town roads nyina ndisi na ye. E kwan ye free tepa anyina susu. E ko for supon so anke ye de ko betiako ye be 25 kilometers. Ndisi na ye.
And by NDC here, you mean the Mills Mahama administration? Rollins and
most Mills Mahama. And also about tepa ankasa wo kofa tepa ba bia ye frɛ ho akwasiasia na wo kɔ ba bia ye frɛ ho kramokrom subiri so a sa kwan no so be 30 kilometers enya kwan ye obi aye ne ebegu so na enya 1 kilometer 2 kilometers so ye ne ye sa kwan ni nyina wo sa ba atwoma ngobe eja south ahafo no south east a e kwan a efri poku krom ekofa ahwerewam eko sabronum 15 kilometers and this in the dema Cocoa Roads what you say ansa na okwa asante achemu potam ho a onsa asante achema gogo bode wo ho pa be san so omo kwan nya ninti no tambia na bode na kanguram enti e kwan ye free konongo mine junction ekofa ba bia ye frɛ ho eye chichibiase ekofa petransa ekofa dwansa ekosi agogo and this na ye this is about 25 kilometers stretch of road ansa na okwa agogo a on say ye was as a tank kese wo ho a yetimi de ye afuo ba na kwan ne nye kwabna do 4 time na Mahama be kate sword and ye about 60 kilometers stretch of road free agogo eko anani krom eko maame krobo
60 kilometers
about 60 kilometers to 6 tad one of the best roads in Ashanti region agogo you see me see e kwan ye free agogo eko fa anani krom eko maame krobo on say e hono connect ya from plains ti nipa bebre kwabna do 4 farms no ne ade bebre e dey e wo ho sa kwan ni nyina ye ne ye dey ye ne ye ansana from plains say e kwan a e connect Asante Achema Gogo to Sechira from plains they are joining constituencies ansana Kumawu ho a e kwan ya odi free Kumawu e fa Kumawu besro e ko fa Bahankra e ko Agogo about 25 kilometers ansa ye ne ye ansa na Kumawu akwan ye free pepiase ebe pie kwaman and this na ye ansa na Kumawu ho a ekwan ye free Kumawu e fa Bomfobri Forest Reserve mu ko drop on so about 30 kilometers stretch of road and this na ye ekwan be na MPP aye wa ha won say MPP fo no omo aye omo adwene say if you can convince them confuse them enti na wo ho a no aba e na ya 15,000 kilometers stretch of road o ka say omo ba won timi momienu kura obetimi abokwan bi a kire obekwa akwa na kwan bi akra anye den enna ho yen se ne pesa argument no
eye fact based
eye factual enti kwan we ye nyina no ye de camera si so a ye twa ne nyina ye de beba nkran amama ye den wo ye nti afu we campaign ne de be den e be ye obi antimi nya den entu futuro ngo obi ani obi antimi nya den na da obi ani na obi na menu ayi kasa yi no see
finally on that
oh yesuro na po a normal as communication officer. Say MPP, ye bibi wa Ashanti region. Na me ni intelligence of the grounds. Na me kura me ni majuma. Inti mi akra de ma de na ma hoba. De si ye bia no. Na ye de kura me. De si ye bia videos ni bia no. Na ye de ne kura me. Na say yesuro na po. And I say. One say. Omo ana omo di ba running mate ni nyina no. Nipa na ye bompa ye say. Onya no. And onya ye no.
Matthew Opoku.
Yes. Na onya ye no so no niama bia wa ye no a vindicate yasem no ane ye de ye ka no. Obi aya boni din na Dr. Baumia ye na adwene so obebo ni din no. Ye de bosome ba ko ne nam ne ekodwatoa. Ye go so we nine ni apa na chew. Ye go ye say regional chairman say one pene Asante Achima gogo MP so one yedai one pene. I just ye so we nine ni apa we achew. Ye gi ni two mu nso wie ye no. Me can say owura napo. Okasa ba ku bia ete se de osono agya ne nan no wo de bosom nsia ne bepra me kan sa asem we wo Nhyira FM okasa ba ku a ete se on wo osono agya ne nan ete se anwea one trip wo besesa be wie no na wa poso nyina adwojo sa wo to bomb ba ku a MPP lose vote mako 100,000 so to bomb ba ku a MPP lose vote mako 100,000 obi a ono nsuo fa anwonafo a yese yekoje omo Osei sansan na fo nya Ghana fo nti ye de o man sika ekotwitwaje o mo
wankasa
asem na wo ka no
wankasa kai se sa interview me na me ne ye sa interview no enye sa no ka
me say asem o kan me so me ade enti na anwonafo ye Ghana fo
ba sa wo quote
na me ba asem na o kan no me so I have every right to put my own in and see o fa anwonafo ye Ghana fo o mutua tax e na epo eyira fa o mo e na o mo MPC yisrese abanya hu bibi ni yenkotwetwa nje wo mo
yes
na owura na po wasori say yenim na yekotwetwa je anwonafo ye nya ya mansuo na ntwi amfo mo so amfo mo anko ni yekotwetwa je wo mo a wo be lead asantefo wo kumase ha e de aye demonstration not just a tribal war crown outside the bed e be to asantefo ni anwonafo tem
because I granted him that.
Obi asante no kan yo. Ebi ankoka Chinese dia anka me watchere me. Oka Russia na Saskatchewan. Obi don't attempt to even explain.
Minority MPs should not stampede government. After say abaya in the budgetary, say on sign making additional provision for water region. Efa flat, because there are areas in Ashanti Omonso flat efa omo. It is Omoyesa. He would also lead Asante region to demonstrate. I think that's what he said.
Two reasons.
Yeah.
And the na ekoso wanguna mamu no nya flat. Eye poan kasa na eyiri fa omo.
Epo.
Tidal waves. Tidal waves.
Yeah, ketadi.
Yes, epo na eyiri fa omo. And how are you going to equate to be a puira fano and obi ansuo fano? Et is a mimiti ya me se me yare. No be anya accident taman and 9 and saying that now they compare. There was no basis for comparison. Nancy ya dum so cause wo kromano. Mahama Mary or Kofa by and your Kofa free Western region, the Bar Ashanti region. Okay. And think a Western region for so sorry say, I didn't know the Bar Ashanti region never my light in each and every demonstration. Sanya your mind. Or mine yen na your mind back quick and say bomba wakoto. Na yesi wa hu aboa mantama Antoni Kasabra na Antoni adwatoa enkroma no okotwa na dapa no wonza afa de onam na made ade anapo ye hyema kuma eya asante mantamu ha otimi be gina de akufuado etwa akofo mpoa sa asem ne ye me ya che wiase eya me ya che bibia because asante ha no asantefo omo be man na omo katachie ba ko omo nya ne wo Ghana politics eya kufuo. The earliest I free for about no president, there was a presidential commission of which he was part.
Yes.
Na Kofua Juma Wabebo and no Nanadu Ujina so the Bayer Mampenini. Wo Dr. Baumia wouldn't ever pray at the Crano. He is not even proud of a record. Intimate Manusi, or so one vision yet ever. Now what me abegina Kumasi say. Mokwam and Kromanun some Kofuan and net was no. Nanabi and a Tiano, called the Kofuat as also. Because I nyakofo
a one card men.
Okay, the abami who say no nanko okano. E then or the apology ever. One mokufo din so or park of what you. E day. Day. One more be mama from Anusi. E day.
Ekosiisen
Kofo adwuma kofo ayo wa Ashanti region ha. Asante ye be ma ba ko pe. Ubeja Asante ani mo nyam de akwa achem. Na for now nyam be vice president of Asante for yam sorry.
There is a statement from the presidency. Na Osei President Akufo-Addo appoint COP Christian Tete Yohonu as Deputy IGP in charge of operations. And the statement says the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has appointed Commissioner of Police Mr. Christian Tete Yohonu as the new Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of operations. This appointment is pursuant to the advice of the Police Council at its meeting held today, Wednesday, 17th July 2024, during which COP Yohonu's exceptional credentials and dedication to duty were acknowledged. COP Christian Tete Yohonu is a distinguished law enforcement officer with a career spanning over 3 decades and has held various key positions within the Ghana Police Service. President Akufo-Addo extends his heartfelt congratulations to COP Tete Yohonu on his well-deserved appointment and wishes him the very best in the discharge of his duties. Signed, Eugene Ahen, Director Communications, Office of the President. COP Christian Tete Yohonu. Oh yeah, before this, until this appointment, oh yeah, Director of Administration, Edema Ghana Police Service, NA, oh yeah, Deputy Inspector General of Police, Ghana Police Service. Honorable Obi. Oh yeah, DISEC Chairman, our district. OTBB say, does it come as a surprise to you?
Oh, you're born a basso. Man, big congratulations. Also, Onya appointed no crown. No one acting.
Yes, say IGP
police hierarchy now.
On the deputy
number,
sure.
GP2.
GP2, sure.
Yes,
second in command.
2 no.
Yeah.
And he was formalizing the keke. I'm an official.
Yeah.
And I was say pursuant to the advice
of the police council.
Yeah. And he ready a mini say a idea in Chechemu bia be womuna. But
Tete Yohonu is a fantastic police officer.
Yeah. See, fantastic is even an understatement. Yeah. He's a distinguished police officer. Osei obi on in a dilibia. On say on the police no dino for over 3 decades.
Sure.
And teacher say abaya ba ni nyina wom. On say no one semboneda. Or executing a juma professionally as a police officer. On yes say Osei and such people now here or in security service room and you're born about so why are there and you want to know Jumana or yet that na a fedi a day 2 million yashan and son man say the timu be not all pay 2 million when you now say a fedi or babeda Jumana the man in charge of operations the mawa uni boundaries.
Yeah.
You are borderless.
Cover baby.
Exactly. Until operations there, you need the mawa baby utimira. Until my way say internal security no. Asum jebe mua ejina papa no so.
Okay.
Asum so mua ejina so. Obey a Greater Accra Regional Police Commander in the oye. Yeah. What distinguishing no ho police headquarters also. Ejuma akwa nyina. Until yabona baso. We know he will deliver and make all of us proud.
And congratulations to COP Tete Yohonu, Deputy IGP in charge of operations. That's a huge position, and we hope you will deliver. Your records, no extra. I mean, from the head of the Police Intelligence Bureau, the Greater Accra Regional Police Commander at a point in charge of police operations, and the Juma and we'll see what will come out of this. Quickly, maybe 1 minute reaction to this news. No, 1 minute reaction to news. Yeah.
Cardinal sin of this.
Microphone.
Cardinal sin of this Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. No, the level of misgovernance and institutional bastardization of my subject here.
How is this institutional bastardization?
Me a free some and free a demente say I appointed deputy IGP da. What he been penning some da? Ebia na media me akwala obi hu bi da. Ebrebe wahu. Ade a o man penyin Akufo-Addo ye no. Onya hweye na mre ye ninkaso wonim Dampare is one of the finest IGPs will be a
Ebonabaso. Sure.
But you kwa send off na MPP for akofan kofo bi pese o mo ye basa Dampare ampene so free ho no mo de o mani asiso ye be pam no ye be ye ni say ye de na commission e pese chenchina o mo de asem ye dai e hye ne kon wo ma hunu say resistance e ba no. And now, we deputy or mobile no a yes, Sabia son simpa penny ɔte wɔ ne yɛdidi gu n'abɔdwe sɛm wahwɛ nnɛ merekɔ Facebook sɛsi owura na posi wɔ no aswear in a new ECG board.
There's a new board chairman.
Yeah, but Napo has resigned. Napo has resigned as energy minister.
Resigned.
So in what capacity did he swear the current in?
The current board chairman.
Yes, but because a minister of energy now was a yes idea.
Sure.
And the idea way there we will challenge us at the highest level. Now say our secretary to the president also was an ambassador at large. He see the board chair I was appointing you. Or no say a majority leader. Or no one say board chairman for a water company.
No, I don't think he's still with water company.
Oh yeah, sure. Oh yeah, sure.
I would have to cross.
Obi,
I don't
and
think
yeah, can I say?
He's not with water
NDC there. Yeah, your boy too brazier. After election, no. Enkunim die na Nyankopon de amaye no. Police ni bia ni wiase a ye de obeba wo be diagra. Ebetua fa so.
Honorable me pacho to aso me.
Unim say Napo asem na oka no. Napo resign as energy minister.
Sure.
But ohwemu a enye emrane nche say energy minister na o say oswe board chair ni in. A president adwuma.
Yes.
Or
delegate at any time.
So the president can delegate any other person. Me meti yi. O man panyi betimi afre me. Kwame, da na koswe board chairman of ECG in. Metuka akoswe ni in. Me nyadru ho I go in my capacity as president and asoma me. Me kokoswe in wi a majuma asa. Makako president amanye. Enti enya out of order say Dr. Machopoku Prempeh, former energy minister, especially or free ministry one chair na or institutional memory. That's a president. Ewo Kumasi Hane, Edi Juma. Now also swear ECG board chair in. You don't expect the president to put that position on hold. Wabra ECG so also say Juma. Into one or friend.
I've even been informed now, sir. The letter from the presidency on Napo's resignation is that it will take effect on July 18th.
18th. Okay.
July 18th. And then
17th.
And then 17th.
Yeah.
That's the information. Where Kofi Ameyao? Kofi Ameyao now sending me away.
US.
Yeah, Kofi Ameyao. US. Yes.
Until I answer no ya pentemu bu asem dodo. Because minim say empenyufo so omunim de ya omunim de. Na omo atumi aye omo.
Okay, and I think he's attached the official statement. In the President Akufo-Addo accepts resignation of Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh as Minister for Energy. This release is dated 11th July 2024. In the first paragraph, Nekase, the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has today, Thursday, 11th July 2024, accepted the resignation from office of Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, Member of Parliament for Menchia South, as Minister for Energy, with effect from 18th July 2024. Yeah, I think it settles it.
I say public service now. Yeah, you know. Say
they will take you over. You can't go through.
Herbert Krapper,
Herbert
Minister
Krapper,
of State.
Minister of State.
Sure.
At the Energy Ministry.
Sure.
Into office. Knowing very well, say, Nyame Adoma, Ochina, Anna, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, resignation letter, it take effect. Even and 11 p.m. crown, obey me, assign contract, obey me, I think, say, so no, Nayana Toda, so I will need
no. What tries to justify the president that Miyama will be iron to but say while resign and the resignation not taking effect and we would be setting very bad precedents. Say your Minister of State oversee energy ministry and your Minister of State in charge of the energy sector. Now mumu bia intimi nyana nipa wa free honor ekoya na as a ministry no kwasi kono
but his principle say the president can delegate any other person to go and do it, no? That you agree with?
I'm yet to confirm that because maybe the minimum say, and you may be saying, yeah, not sector minister, no?
Sure.
So you get the point. What I don't know is whether it's conventional or it is act in stone.
Law. Okay. Okay.
Unim say police prosecutors, our prosecute or court.
delegated responsibility.
Adwuma osen ko ye. It is a police prosecutor. Prosecute case kra AG office betima ba say mo fa case man here. Enti anu lucia one abeka say adwuma police for ye and ene dey attorney general for age a omo ye. Let's set sir
what was that they work no and no the obi a your prosecution bia no whether you are the director of public attorney general under article 88.3
exactly
enti your police prosecutors and no the constitution has vested that power solely in him so be a performer apart from him be a delegated power you get the point enti no ukro mu ho akwan no ayaye no person me bubu
there was 7 minutes to wrap up inti
yeah oh that be
now them say enne kotokone heart to match inti 6 p.m. I have to wrap up it was
obi NDC for said them di kaka no yenya hwe no waka ne sa na to nipatrim ti say uputu to strict prover na afi no ho kire no na osoha no osoha maka machada ka amanse say ya fa the bekwai stretch no so no aye ko bobo bekwai enne obi ote bekwai na obi wafa bekwai kwan so bi anu say aye kwan no obi okọ oboase enim say akufo ado aban ba aye oboase road me NDC time na me adwuma okoko board na me wo dunkwaw me ko dunkwaw na me nam futurum ene ko enne dunkwaw enfuturo no yaye kwan no enti so obetena no ka say obaye yenye hwe ana esre ana development enya kwan ko a dia na refiri no development enya kwan ko a me agenda 111 e wo me district enne ya video a me ko fuko twa na me ka me send ama Dominic no de atoso usi dan na onya de chance da gu
and
hospital I have 111 hospitals across the country. So be okay. This is assembly office. We need to go. And the city for
one hospital here.
It's a hospital the only facility for people from all walks of life. From janitors, accountants, auditors, lawyers, nurses, doctors, and you might be out here from you. It is also
Election, you know,
yeah, ultimate can jam say election to no ye. Konongo bypass na ye wo ho no. And election to ye na. And now go Konkan now do Konongo go to me take 2 hours. Now the traffic him. Yeah, bypass at to achire. And no dey on kan. Anya president Kufu aban and a bypass at to nkoko achi. Now can work of mills. Now ye kwa de yen kofa Kufu. Ye say ye fa nanado nko a. Nanado ba omia government. Akwan ayaye ene ye kan wasem. Projects ayaye ene ye kan wasem. Ya ye te ho no. Ye nim. Even the Bosome from home asem okay. 2 weeks ago me ko Bosome from home. The candidates, parliamentary candidates, or your madam from asem okay. 2 weeks ago me ko I can say on authority say that kwan no kan boa parliamentary because na Bosome from your madam kwan ayaye nti. Akọ Bosome from akọ boa no. Omo ya kwan na omo ya no say 50 years ago sa kwan no kan boa omo ya 50 years ago this obi sa bosome fra ho kwan no
main bosome fra ho kwan na bosome fra ho Bonfa junction a it's one of the main roads aye kwan no afi bosome fra ho ekofo asiwa adakaburu so kwan no ampa ha ma menkyerɛ wo ya kwan 16 years ni ne ya wo ya kwan 16 years na wo ga nya into you get the point. It is a main bosome from no obi a wafa sa kwan ni so nyina some portions for junction na asay aban no enye dey enye ba kwan no dey some portions what you say ya some me see 2 weeks ago adakaburu so I no be catch me ya kwan no be 6 years
quota ho be
ya wo ya kwan 6 years na wo maintain ya kwan 14 years wo maintain the point
baby abu quota
obi a wafa sa kwan ni so nyina some
constituency no
say aban no enye dey enye ba kwan no dey some what you say ya 2 weeks ago
me Jamming. I don't
quota ho be so atutu.
Quota.
Ya kwan 14 years.
Maybe abu quota. You can hear phone no constituency. Ekwana ni mu akwesi 2 weeks ago me ko ho. Oh, ofa bo sie kro mo mpo. At least imitimi nka na abubo ho asem kra. Bosome fra ho de 2 weeks ago me ko ho. Bosome fra ho fo nso tie.
Ukọ ho na se de ewu kan atutu no. Eden na moma ya afa ho.
Yes. Fe na o ka asem no. There is a contractor. What cost site?
5 months to election and a contractor. Now, Mufi say, "Want me for better for na nkwa." You better about 5 months or contractor cost site.
Enti, you better benti. Emi anya kwan.
You contractors ni bebre asan so ba. You better match project. Omo nkwa kwa bebre kura ka so mfa ne contract trawa. Emi contract.
You better benti. Emi ansi school. Obi. You better benti nipa wu.
Obi mesre me nua sia.
You better benti nipa wu.
Obi ontie sa asemo yi.
Sasa na ka ne dia. And you say 1 year or 2 years to election cry and say
Obi on say
amamuo ya ntoaso ntoaso
okay
ana untumi nya Ghana kwan nyina say one day no Ghana kwan nyina contract is that possible? It is not possible. Obviously this time ayaya anwa kwanta kwan no ya obi de this time yanko hobio ya wi anwa kwanta ya be ko ba bi foforo me I sit here as a district chief executive. Ya award the contracts as entity chair. Yentumi award the contracts ma bia oba me district
project bia.
Yes, project bia anya possible.
Okay.
It is even out of order. Do you have the financial muscles to even do that? And to over here you set your priorities.
Okay.
You set your priorities. So you say you beto abenti and about 20. Now muti me kasa hunhun me nya kwan bo so me from fo hia kwan.
Intimo be very well.
Fo hia kwan ye be ye.
No nsiabo.
Church fo hia kwan ye be ye. Kwabere fo hia kwan. Kwabere kwan ya ye.
Kwabere mo ye.
Kwabere kwan ya ye. Obi kwabere kwan ya ye. Obi me say kwabere kwan ya ye fato. Kwabere kwan ya ye.
Mo be ye. 1 minute.
Obi.
Yes.
One who say MPP for so my kwan.
E kwan no afa so.
Omo
okwaye wo kwabere. O fa so wo hu se ko fo.
Omo nya kwan bia wo kwabere.
No, your microphone is on.
It make us ma.
My voice no my voice no my. One who say Nansen regional minister ko program. And you say Mesra Obi amane ma menya force na
ya to me ya bam ya to me see adan ama judges court of appeal judges.
Na judges no mo see dan ma no mo da bonten.
Akase
maton o masase adi na mapia o mu nyina kogu ba bi ba kwa
sasana oka
obi
munya kwan no na obutu kom obi munya kwan no obutu kom sasana oka yesi adan
live from Kumasi Bantama Church of Pentecost and ye dey Ekosiise efi ha ebremo and why beneficiaries forum and the ebe cover emam live you any day the discussion segment
obi me last one and say
yes 30
regional minister ko program near say aboakoto o say o da sika kokko so na yibi mi anhwa the regional minister ko timi yiba ye ya anwea ya say for 5 projects I will say why ya o say bra me fi achi ho o say project multimedia for mo na mo bo Rebecca ma 5 project regional minister now dem dey siri wom NPP afar from omo communication committee no almost our strategic communication committee regional minister no na ye chairman o no no mpo na 5 project won timi mo na CID dey on na bere nyo no kwa o asenso boachen so ko program yes omo 5 project won timi anye dey won timi ambo menua sa wo se wa ya de a nipa na di omo ani beye dey ebehunu enya na obekasa prof lumumba ka asem bi otisi ebusa se ka de waye na wo se wo kasa 1 hour ma wo kon ho twetwe ntirinti a na kire se wonya dey wonya hwe ti MPP for Ashanti region omonya hwe
Abbas Nuruddin Esquire ene yeten en kano regional communications officer NDC lawyer Kwame Poku CID or district chief executive of Amansia South and a communicator of the NPP and Moten I mean your say live commentary of them Asempa FM. Have a great evening.